They're going to call illegal block in the back against the Knights. That's going to push them all the way back to the 10. And insult to injury. The Knights are not bringing it tonight. Let's see what they can do here.
They're not used to being on this side of the ball. Being down 2 scores early.
Yeah, let's see what they can do. Let's see if the Knights panic. They have changed quarterbacks. They have pulled Curry. I'm a little shocked by that. You know, trust is a beautiful thing, but it has to start with faith. And Curry is on the sideline, and they went in with Rucker. 1st and 10 from the 10. He's going to fake it to McBride. Now he's going to keep it. He gets hit in the backfield, breaks one, and gets all the way out to the 5-yard line all by himself. And I tell you what, that line isn't blocking anything. It's a revolving door.
They were after him in the backfield, and he still got 5 yards out of
a shotgun start, the tackles for the Tigers were there before the ball was.
He's got to beat 5 guys to get past the
second and 5. Rucker is the quarterback. 2 wideouts each way. McBride's the running back. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads over left side and is met immediately. And that'll be 3rd down and 5. Antonio Smith, who plays tackle, cleared out his guy, but I think he was the only person blocked on the defensive side.
No gain.
Again, 3rd and 5. And this offensive line, we talked about it with Coach Farmer before the game. They've got to solve it. They got to find a guy who wants to hit somebody. Rucker's the quarterback. He's going to keep it on a draw. He makes 1 man miss, makes 2. He's out to the 30. He's got a 1st down. And he falls down at the 37-yard line. First big play of Vanguard. And right now it looks like we're just going to get the ball in Rucker's hands. And we can't block anybody, so hopefully he can make a miss.
That was all Rucker. That's a play we saw a lot last year. He faked to the inside, got to the outside, just used his wheels.
So they'll set up 1st and 10 from the balls at the 37. 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter. Rucker is now the quarterback. 3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. He's going to give it to McBride. They almost fumble the handoff. McBride breaks a tackle and is only able to get 3. He carried those 3 tackles for 3 yards.
But Vanguard's got a little bit different tempo this drive, where they're going right to the plays, right to the line of scrimmage, and it's working in their favor.
I'd be shocked if we see another ball thrown. I think we're going to get a lot of Rucker. Now we got an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Rucker's going to work from the near side as he works from our left to our right. Should be the last play of the quarter. He drops back. Now he's going to roll out to his left, and he fires into the flats, and it's incomplete.
Almost
not a good throw at all. That ball could have been picked if it was well thrown. Intended for Tyrell Randall. Didn't work, though, and now we got a 3rd and long.
Guess it's been a while since he's thrown a pass.
You could tell from that. I mean, that wasn't pretty, but that incomplete will stop the clock with 13 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
No, but seeing a little life out of the Vanguard offense, it's nice to see, and waiting for that big play, because you know it's there.
Yeah, it is there. It's just a matter of when they can get to it. So now they're going to do a power eye around Rucker. He's going to give it to McBride. He heads over, breaks the tackles, gets enough for the 1st down, spin move, gets over in midfield. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. And that was all McBride, and they'll stop the clock on the 1st down as the ball sits right at the 50. This drive started at the Knight 10.
Saw a little bit of everything on that run, where he was carrying someone, spinning. So that last move made a difference in getting the 1st down.
So that's the end of the first quarter, and you're listening to high school football right here on WOCA. The Source.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, welcome back here to Booster Stadium. The Knights are going to have the ball. Ball sits right at the 50-yard line. As we start the second quarter, it's been all Tigers the first quarter. Couldn't have been better for them, 16-0 here at Booster Stadium. So Rucker is still the quarterback. He's got 3 wideouts to the top, 2 to the bottom. Empty backfield, it's just him. Now they're going to send McBride in motion. Rucker's going to fake it to him, but he keeps it. dives ahead, gets a pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Is there anybody in high school better quarterback on that read option?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But, yeah, I mean, he's just such a great runner. He just keeps it. So now Rutgers going to come out. They're going to bring back Curry. Maybe they're going to let the young man play. Let's see what he can do. They got momentum, and maybe Rutgers just going to take a breath, get some water. So now Curry, who's a much better passer. But Rutgers is just one of those special athletes who want the ball in the hand.
But Curry seems to be handcuffed to the sideline on every play, looking over.
2 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. They're going to give it to Williams in the backfield. He's met 3 yards back in the backfield, and he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 3. And again, there's no stopping this defensive front right now for the Tigers.
That play looks slow developing compared to the 7-8 run before.
Yeah, because it's just there's no momentum going to the line because the Tigers are in the backfield. They're running this. They're only having 3 down line, and the linebackers are just shooting a gap. So now Curry's going to drop back. He's got a little time. Pump fakes. Now he's under pressure. He rolls out to his right. He's got to make a man miss for the first down. He's got good play by the sophomore. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Knights from the 37. 10:33 left to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Right, the pump fake was supposed to make the safety freeze, which it did, but then, pressure coming from Dunnelon forced Curry to his right. He was fortunate to pick up a first down, but it was a good play by the sophomore quarterback.
Smart play, and that's what he needed. That should give him a little momentum, got something done.
Kept the drive
got a first down, yep. So they're going to go 3 wideouts, 2 running backs are McBride and Randall. They're going to send Tevin Williams in motion. Now they have 2 to the top. They're going to give it to the deep man, and that's Randall. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for maybe a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Dunnelon was fortunate there. Get the old ankle tackle, or they would have picked up another 8 to 10 yards.
There's so much penetration coming up from the front. And again, 3-man front here by the Tigers, and they're running 3 linebackers, and the linebackers are just shooting the gaps. So now Dunnelon's going to go to a true. Nope, they're still in that 3-3. Curry's in the backfield. He drops back. He looks deep. He's looking for Rucker in the flats. He's got him. Rucker's at the 20. Gets a block from Manuel. The ball comes out. That's a fumble, but Leonard Manuel falls on it at the 10-yard line. Rucker got popped from the backside, and that was fortunate for the Knights.
You got to give Dunnelon credit. They are tackling extremely well. Open field tackles against excellent players.
All right, 1st and 10 now. From the 10-yard line, I guess they can get a first down. Looks like they can. Curry is going to be in the shotgun, 3 wideouts to the top. Running back is McBride. They fake it to him. He throws it over the middle for Rucker, and it's dropped. In and out. Not a great ball, but a catchable ball for Rucker. Bounced out of his hands.
Yeah, it was a little high tough.
Flag on the play.
Combination. Lucky it wasn't an interception because that ball was tipped.
Flag on the play, and they're going to call, not sure what that was.
A legal procedure.
Is that what it was? It looked like it was pitter-patter. And so that'll be 1st and 15.
If Dunnelon accepts it.
From the 15.5.
They're marching it back.
Again, you're up 2 scores right now for the Tigers. You push them back, and you take as much clock as you can. Not a bad ball, but I think that was catchable for Rucker. Just couldn't hold on to it. Would have come back anyway.
Vanguard's best drive of the night, though.
Absolutely. So McBride's going to be the lone back. 2 wideouts each way. Manuel's to the left. Rucker is to the top. They're going to give it to McBride over the left side. He gets a block, and he puts his head down, carries 2 guys, and goes all the way down to about the 4. They're going to mark him out at the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 9.
They had to push him out of bounds with gang tackling because he wasn't going down.
They're going to call it the 8-yard line, and I guess he has to get to the 1 to get a first down.
McBride has that spin move on first contact.
8:59 left to go here in the half. 16-0 Tigers. Curry is the quarterback. 3 wideouts to the left. Now they're going to make it even. That's a horrible snap. Curry picks it up, breaks a tackle, manages to dive ahead and pick up a few yards. It'll still be 3rd and about 4 from the 4-yard line.
Knights were very fortunate on that. The ball came in the backfield, way past Curry. Ball bounced a couple times, picked it up. instantly went north and south and picked up, 3-4 yards?
Yeah.
In that game.
Well, the Tigers have called their last timeout. And the Knights are driving here. This is what they needed, Pat.
Third and goal from, what would you say, 3 or 4 yard line?
Yeah, third and four. They're going to say 3rd and 3 from the 4. So they can't get a first down. And if you're the Knights, this is 2-down territory. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go a heavy set. I think you're going to see Bryce Langston in the backfield. And how about the Knights changing things up and saying, hey, we got to get Rucker involved. We got to get something going. And they were able to stick with that.
Yeah, this is a long drive, more than 10 plays, and all for positive yardage. So it's nice to see him settle down. We're used to seeing that home run grand slam, and I'm sure that's still in there. But it's good to see the Knights moving the ball. Going to make this game more competitive. But don't take anything away from Dunnelon. They've earned everything they've gotten tonight.
They have done a lot of things right, and even this drive, you know, there's been one splash play by Rucker. The rest has been hard-fought battle. You know, not a lot of penalties on the Dunnelon side. I think that's been helpful as well. So here you go, big play here, 3rd and 3. I'm sure this is 2-down territory. They're going jumbo set. One wide receiver is Momo. McBride's the deep back. He's going to get it. He heads up the middle, puts his head down, and gets in for a touchdown. Knights.
Good blocking on that play. Walks right into the end zone. Maybe the jumbo package, the extra blocking made the difference, but give the Knights credit, bouncing back.
They ran right behind Bryce Langston, and that was a touchdown.
And they mixed it up and had the one big pass play. But overall, that was all running.
So they're going to kick it here. I thought they may go for 2, but they're going to bring in Logan Swift. Now, Trevante Rucker is the holder. And I'll tell you, he looks like he's kind of grasping for air. He looks a little tired. I wonder if he got popped there when he fumbled that ball. I haven't seen him back in since then.
He's been on the field a lot tonight.
There's a snap. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is off the post. And that'll be no good. Logan Swift misses it right. 16-6 here for Dunnelon.
Wow, that looked good. I know we're pretty far.
This angle is hard to tell. I guess he pushed it right. It squared up that post. I mean, he squared it up. So that was a big play. And so now the Knights are down 3 scores, Pat.
But the Knights are back in this game. You know, they needed that touchdown. Wake up the crowd, wake up the offense, and let's see if the defense can play their part. Defense hasn't played bad, but Dunnelon with a pick 6 and sweet field position twice.
That's exactly right. The Tigers have controlled the field position. That drive for Vanguard started at their own 10,
right?
And they punched it in. That was a 90-yard drive. That helps. And that gets everybody going.
Dunnelon had a pick 6 and started once on their own 15 after a penalty and a nice punt return.
So L.J. Fitzpatrick and Caballero are going to be back deep for the Tigers as Logan Swift approaches the ball with 8:28 left to go in the second quarter. Nice high banging kick. That's going to go into the end zone, and there will be no returning that. Both kickers doing a good job on kickoffs.
Yeah, plenty of distance on the kick. Don't see a lot of, into the end zone on both sides, but, that's one of the most unsafe plays in football, as we know, on those returns.
While we have this break, I do want to thank our sponsors, Wise Guys Pizza, Life South Community Blood Center, and the Wireless Warehouse, who's new on board this week. I want to thank them for being a part of high school football and giving us a chance to broadcast this. I know Pat loves it. At some point, we got to talk about legacy.
Yep, and Wise Guys. Everybody talks about Wise Guys pizza on that side by far.
So Townsend's going to drop back. He's going to look for the flats. Now he fires over the middle. He's got a man wide open. That's Squeezers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's got Momo to beat, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown! As Daly got torched on that. What a ball by the sophomore.
80 yards, bullet. You couldn't see anything more pretty than that.
I'm telling you, this Dunnelon team is explosive.
Hit him on a seam.
Wow, what a throw and catch by sophomore to the 4-star wide receiver.
Yep.
And Frazier's touchdown. Tigers 22-6.
Just hit him on a fly route on the left hash, hit a seam, perfectly thrown, in stride, and, as fast as Momo is, he didn't catch up.
Nobody's catching that kid. And again, we're guessing that's Frazier's. There's no, it's a hope. And now they're going to run the same play they did for 2, and it works again.
Flag on the play.
2-point conversion. What they do is they snap it to the guy, and he just instantly laterals it to the outside, and that was a 2-point conversion. Was good. The Knights have to adjust to that.
It's a wildcat from the way left.
Well, you know, they're doing almost like a barn door where they have 6 guys lined up on the left side, and they're just overloading that side of the line of scrimmage, and it's worked. They just had a illegal procedure, so now they'll back it up 5 yards, and I'm pretty sure the kicker, Lionback, is going to come in and do this one. 22-6, Dunnelon Tigers.
I'd have to say Dunnelon responded.
Wow.
One play.
The explosiveness that you saw on tape is there. You just couldn't see because they haven't played anybody that's as good as Vanguard. Vanguard's getting handled tonight. There's the kick, and it's up, and it is good. 23-6 here at Booster Stadium. The Tigers are shocking the number 2 ranked team in Class 5A.
And they deserve every point they've gotten.
Wow. Let's see if the Knights can respond. They had a 90-yard drive last play. A lot of mistakes. They got burned deep there, and that it was just a seam route. Frazier's wasn't that open, but what a throw by Townsend. He put that ball on a line, and Frazier's caught it in stride. Touchdown. 23-6, Tigers.
And there's only been 16 minutes of football played tonight.
Unbelievable.
We got 34 points.
A lot of explosiveness on both sides, but the line of scrimmage is being dominated by the Tigers right now.
I'm impressed with how well they're coached, their tackling, play calling, all of it.
Line back is going to put his foot into it. Back deep is going to be Des Daly. He picks it up at the 8. He gets a block. He makes one man miss, and he's met at the 28-yard line. Good field position for a change. Well, better field position. Late flag came out, and that looks like, I'm not sure who they're going to call it on, but I think that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against one of them.
Good open field tackle on special teams again. Looks like it's against Dunnelon.
Yeah, dead ball foul. No, it's against the Knights. And again, this has been a problem for the Knights over the years, and that was Christian Chisholm, who got a lot of little chirpy and took a cheap shot at the Tigers.
But it was nowhere near the play.
It was 40 yards away from the play. And so now they're going to be backed up in the shadow of their own goal line again. Ball's going to go all the way back to the 16-yard line, 14-yard line. Instead of the 30, right, the 29, it goes all the way back to the 14. Again, this team's got to get a handle. Let's see what they can do.
Well, Vanguard's last offensive series looked awesome.
3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. Curry is the quarterback. They're going to fake the jet sweep and give it to McBride, and there's just nothing there, as there were 5 guys in the backfield for the Tigers. That offensive line continues not to get the job done.
Right, he was lucky to gain 1 yard. He was getting tackled by everybody from Dunnelon.
So here we go, 7:43 left to go here in the first half, 23-6, Tigers. 3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom is Momo all by himself. McBride's the running back. He's going to set up to Curry's left. He has been unable to get unleashed here tonight. Curry drops back. He's looking, fires into the flats for Manuel. He catches it. Not a great ball, but Momo was wide open.
Looks like it's enough for a first down.
It is enough. A better throw, and Manuel's got a chance to do something. It was just a deep curl, and Curry made the throw.
Enough to move the chains, though.
It'll be 1st and 10 now. Ball's at the 20, we'll call it the 26-yard line. 7:11 left to go. 23-6. Tigers lead. Curry's got the ball. They're going to work from our right to our left, 2 wideouts each way. He surveys, calls for the snap, drops back, rolls out to his right, has 2 men in front of him. He's got nowhere to run, and he's tackled for a loss all the way back to the 18-yard line. And again, he wanted to roll out to the right, and there were 2 Tigers waiting for him.
Curry comes up limping a bit, too. He took a hard hit on that.
And they're going to call a timeout or the Knights.
He wanted to get rid of the ball, had no chance.
So, Pat, what do you got going on at Legacy? You know, you guys have kind of changed up your business model a little bit.
Lots
What's
of
going
change.
on?
We've got a business that's been in Marion County since 1958. First started as Pasture Sports. We changed the name to Legacy Team Sales. When it first originated, everybody knows that was the only place to get Converse sneakers, basketball shoes, anything. And they had the hunting and the camping, the outdoor stuff. Then we slowly got more into the team side of it, high schools and colleges and youth sports and corporate. We've grown the screen printing and embroidery, and recently we have sold the team side of it, and now we're just contract printing for 2 large printers across the country, Fanatics and BSN. And they're keeping us busy, and we're hiring as many of your neighbors as we can.
That's awesome. And again, that makes me happy when a local business does good. So here we are, 23-6, 6:39 left to go. Second down, and we're going to call it 16. Curry's going to be the quarterback, 2 wideouts each way. McBride's the lone running back. The Knights have the capability to come back. They just got to solve that interior line.
Give them
Long snap
credit.
count.
They're playing team football.
They're running this 3-2 defense with 2 safeties, and the linebackers are just coming. They're picking a hole and coming. Now Curry drops back. He's got a man open, and it's almost picked off, intended for Tevin Williams, and he just overthrew him, and he was rocked as he threw that ball.
He was open, almost like they were playing a zone on that side, but it was, Williams versus Ford Dunnelon, defensive backs.
One of the things Farmer told me is that Curry is a really, really good 7-on-7 quarterback. He just has to get used to seeing that kind of a blitz, and the linebackers are coming free all day long. 3rd and 15 here for Vanguard. Ball sits at their 17 with 6:30 left to go in the half. 2 wideouts each way. McBride's the running back. They're going to send Chisholm in motion to make a 3 to the top. Curry drops back. He looks to the right, and he's under a ton of pressure, and he's brought down again for a sack, and they are destroying the right side of that offensive line. They're just bringing a linebacker every single time, and the Knights cannot get rid of the ball quick enough.
They're in there on a 2 count, and not just 1. I mean, they're coming like a jailbreak.
It's exactly right. When you're playing in the street and you have a blitz every 4 downs, that's their blitz every single play. And again, by the time he gets the ball, there are 2 people in the backfield. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, maybe bring in another back, maybe go in with an extra tight end, something. Somebody's got to make an adjustment on the Vanguard side. So Logan Swift's going to come in to punt from end zone. The Tigers are going to have great field position here late in the second quarter. Slow snap, good punt by Swift. That's going to be caught and bounce at the 50 and go all the way into Dunnelon territory and be downed at the 40. Good job, Logan Swift.
That was a poor job of, 2 guys back for Dunnelon to handle. They just kept both looking at each other, and the ball fell between them.
And it took a huge bounce, 10-yard bounce.
Yes.
That goes down as a 60-yard kick for Logan Swift.
And Vanguard needed that.
Well, what Vanguard also needs here is a stop, a turnover, something to get things going. But we're at the water break, and that's going to give us a chance to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
This game is brought to you in part by locally owned and operated Wise Guys Pizzeria in Pearl Britton Plaza, next to Publix. They offer an amazing array of food from pizza, jumbo wings, burgers, homemade soups, salads, and generous pasta dinners. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Check out our menu at www.wiseguysocala.com or call 352-789-6569. Dine in or carry out. For delicious food, the Wise go to Wise Guys Pizzeria. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back to Booster Stadium. The Tigers have the ball, and they lead 23-6. Trent Townsend's the quarterback. They're going to go 2 wideouts to the top, bunch set. They're going to give it to the running back. He heads over the left side, and he's got 3. Again, this time they changed it up. They've been running over the right side, the Vanguard left side, to great success. But this time they run it at Bryce Langston, and he makes the tackle.
Jalen, tell me what you think. Is Dunnelon better than you expected?
No, I think Dunnelon's exactly who we thought they were. I think what we're seeing, and what I've been, impressed with, is the scheme that Coach Harris is coming up with just to blitz those linebackers, and the Knights have no answer. And they haven't adjusted yet. They're staying in that spread. It's just not working. Now, the defensive side of the ball, the Knights got to get something going. Townsend drops back. He's trying to throw a screen. He hits Frazier for about a 5-yard gain. Nice tackle there by Randall, and Randall's about to get a flag because he's taunting him. That's a quick way to get a stupid penalty when you're down deep in the game here.
But he just made a big play, and he's also trying to fire that defense up.
Yeah, well, he hit Frazier's, and he's like, oh, okay, so you're a D1 guy, so am I. Tyrell Randall, that's Michael Randall, one of the twins.
Seems like Townsend settled down, had that one long touchdown pass. He just had it,
He's a stud, man.
Yes.
I coached him for a week, and I'm like, this kid's special. So here we go. They're going to go bunch set. They're going to give it to the deep man. He's got enough for the first down, but he's met. Puts his head down, and that'll be right at the marker. He's going to be inside Vanguard territory. What a punishing run there by Caballero.
And a lot of physicality on both sides, running back lowering his head, shoulder pads, clean hit both sides, and he was able to, muscle his way for a first down.
Now the ball's going to sit on the Knight side of the 49. 1st and 10 Tigers, 3:52 and counting. And if I'm the Tigers, I take all this clock that I can.
Yes. And Vanguard needs to stop and the ball back and needs points.
Right now they've been able to do anything they want on both sides of the ball. Bunch formation tight. Townsend's going to give it to the end around. He's met in the backfield, breaks a tackle, puts his head down, gets physical, and picks up 4. What a run there by Javion Lee, who loves to hit, and he layered the boom there on Gunsby.
And that's what we were used to seeing last year, where a lot of times the defensive secondary of Vanguard was the ones doing the hitting.
Yeah, well, when you're running downhill the way they are, the push this team is getting on both sides of the ball, on the Tiger side, both on the offensive side and the defensive side, it's been impressive. And Farmer prides himself on the weight room. Right now, the Tigers are beating them up. This is what happened the last time the Knights lost, is they got beat up. 2nd and 5. Townsend drops back. He looks. He's under pressure from Langston. Langston can't bring him down, but he is brought down in the backfield because Bryce Langston got there and was able to break it up, and that'll be 3rd down and 7. They did bring him down for a sack. That was a nice play there by the
That was all Langston. He got in there so quick he made Townsend duck, try to run around, and the rest of the Vanguard defense cleaned up. That's a good play. That's what Vanguard needed.
You're exactly right. So now we got a 3rd down and 6. And it looks like Ronald Jones is coming in the game for the first time tonight. Towns is going to hand it to the running back. He heads right up the middle, but he's going to be brought down for no gain. That'll be 4th and 6 for the Knights.
Kind of surprised at the call because they've been throwing the ball well, when they got rid of it, except for that last sack.
Yeah, I haven't seen 45, Andre Jones, on the field at all. And, he's a senior. I haven't seen him on the sidelines. I don't know if he's hurt. I have to find out at halftime kind of what's going on. But the Knights go ahead and calls a timeout.
They should have called it earlier. They
sure did. Again, there's
20, 30 seconds.
It just seems to be off tonight for Vanguard. But it's 23-6 here late in the second quarter, 1:42 left to go in the half. This is a big play for the Knights. If they can get a stop, then they can get a score. And now it's a little closer because right now they're down by 4 scores. And that's a very, very tough road to hoe. A lot of hung heads down. All the offensive linemen are watching the film, trying to figure out what to do. But from here, all the Tigers are doing on defense is bringing the linebackers. They are just letting the 2 linebackers run downhill, and they are untouched into the backfield.
Dunnelon, the game plan that they brought to this field, the way they're playing, the way they're tackling, the big plays, they're very well coached.
Well, at some point, let's see if the Knights adjust on offense. They've got to bring some help in for this offensive line that's just being exposed. So now they're going to bring in the punter. I don't know his number. These numbers are so bad. They're playing great, but the numbers are terrible. All right, so there's the snap. The kick is up, and it's an end-over-end bouncy thing, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Not a bad kick. very effective. And 1:33 left to go here in the half. The Knights are going to have the ball. Looks like they're going to put Rucker back in at quarterback.
Well, no knock on Curry. He was sacked twice on the last,
He had no choice on that play.
And Rucker, did bring that spark, did bring that, and he does have that electricity that, not many people see.
So the offensive line is slow to get out there. I'm pretty sure they're tired. They're tired of being on the just watching their defenders go by them. And honestly, it's not that the Tigers are doing anything that creative. They have 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers, and everybody else is in a zone, and they are just running at a gap, full speed. So Curry is going to be the quarterback. I'm sorry, Rucker. 2 wideouts each way. They're going to put Momo in motion. They're going to fake it to Momo. Rucker's going to have her on the right side. He's got a block. He's got 9, 10. He's over the 35. Makes a man miss. He's up to midfield, brought down right there at the 47-yard line. And that's what Javante Rucker can do. He got past the jailbreak that time and was able to
hurtling over defenders to try to take his legs out and get another 10, 12 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now. Ball sits at the Vanguard side of the 47. 3 wideouts to the bottom, 2 to the top. Ball sits on the far hash. Rucker's calling it. I'd be shocked if they do anything other than let him keep it. He's going to drop back. It gets a little more time. Now he's going to run out. It's going to be holding on Antonio Smith, and he almost throws a pick. And that was a obvious holding as he pulled the kid down. That wasn't Smith. That was number 62, the offensive lineman. And that was pretty obvious.
Rucker had time to throw. I was surprised he didn't tuck it and run, because did you see how much open field he had? He
had a lot of green grass, and again, right now, that time Dunnelon read his eyes, and the linebackers dropped back into coverage. They had a 3-man rush, and they were able to put pressure on Rucker, and that led to the hold by the guard.
Is that hold from the spot of the foul?
Yes, it's a spot foul. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 47, it's 1st down and, oh my gosh, to my house.
Over 20.
Yeah, 57 seconds left to go. Let's hope they don't make a mistake and make this worse. 3 wideouts to the bottom, 2 to the top. They're going to give Daly in the motion, and Rucker is brought down for a 3-yard loss in the backfield. And again, nobody is touching the linebacker who's coming scot-free.
Well, Rucker's been doing whatever he wants back there, where he had Dunnelon on their heels a bit. And I was wondering when they're going to bring the house against them, and they did on that play.
Well, and the Knights haven't adjusted other than putting Rucker back there and saying, let's see what you can do the best you can. They have not given them any support inside. And the guard, the center, and the guard for Vanguard is just getting owned right now. So now they're going to bring back Curry. They're going to have 2 wideouts each way. They are bringing in a tight end. McBride's to his left. 18 seconds left here. 2nd down and forever. Curry's under all kinds of pressure. He's sacked again. And there are 4 guys back there. They rushed 5, and all 4 of the 5 had a hand on him, and that's how we're going to end the half. Not a good half of football at all for the Knights.
Guess it's not a good time to bring up the 23-game winning streak in the regular season.
Well, right now it's in deep, deep jeopardy, but we're going to talk about it a little more. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
This game is brought to you in part by locally owned and operated Wise Guys Pizzeria in Pearl Britton Plaza, next to Publix. They offer an amazing array of food from pizza, jumbo wings, burgers, homemade soups, salads, and generous pasta dinners. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Check out our menu at www.wiseguysocala.com or call 352-789-6569. Dine in or carry out. For delicious food, the Wise go to Wise Guys Pizzeria.
This is Jan Marino from Palm Garden. So often when you advertise, it's hard to quantify whether your efforts are effective. But I have a success story. In my travels to medical offices, I ran across someone who recognized my voice from the radio and told me that they felt like they already knew me because of my association with WOCA. My message to you, they're out there, they're listening. Truly, radio gets results. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, WOCA, The Source.
Warehouse Wireless is your discount pre-owned cell phone provider, offering affordable phone plans and repairs. Check out their weekly specials every Wednesday for extra savings at warehousewireless.com. Also, while supplies last, get a free phone mount holder for your car when you mention this ad. Visit soon. Warehouse Wireless, 626 South Pine Avenue. WarehouseWireless.com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back to high school football right here at Booster Stadium. Vanguard Knights trail at the half, 23-6 to the visiting Dunnelon Tigers. And I think we're all a little shocked up here in the booth, but right now we're joined by Mr. Football Booster himself, Larry Fuqua. And Larry, I was looking forward to talking to you. I haven't seen you all year, and not a great start for the Knights.
No, but it's all about Dunnelon, really. I mean, they are brought it in here. I saw them play last week against Crystal River. Totally different team. You know, playing with emotion, outplaying us, outcoaching us, everything you want to say. It's all about them. They deserve this lead.
Well, you know this team as well, this Vanguard team as well as anybody. You're around it. You go to a lot of the practices. You don't miss anything. What can they do to adapt? What can they do for that interior line to get some help?
Well, anytime you lose 4 out of 5 starters on your line, especially guys that we had, some of those guys had played, you know, since they were 10th graders. You got 3-year linemen, big old linemen, senior linemen, and you lose 4 out of 5, and you have to rebuild with whatever you got in the hallway. You know, and that's where we're at. I mean, we're trying to make the best, you know, with what we got. We've got a lot of skilled players, but our line, we knew going in, could be our Achilles heel, and that's what is happening tonight.
Yeah, maybe they go into a 2 tight end set, maybe bring in an extra back to block, because it looks like Dunnelon's just running a 3-man line and blitzing the linebackers every single play, and they're going untouched.
Well, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They got nothing to lose. If they create a turnover or a big stop, now, you know, Vanguard can get something going and get back in this ball game. You know, they'll slow them down doing that. But right now, they can about do whatever they want to do, and it's working well for them.
All right, so let's talk about the offseason the Knights had. Pat, can you do me a favor and get some stats? So, you know, you guys put in a lot of work in that weight room. You got new equipment. I knew that was a huge fundraiser for you. Talk about that and what people can do to help support this Vanguard Knight team.
Well, we have it come together as alumni, Vanguard supporters, to raise about $18,000 to buy some really nice weight stations. Now, we purchased those out of necessity. I mean, a lot of that stuff had been there for years and years, was just wore out. We needed something. And it looks good in there. College coaches come in there. It looks like a nice place now. Got new flooring. Got some new signs. I mean, it looks really good, and the kids deserve that. And a lot of boosters just stepped up. It was a movement among the alumni and boosters, and they just started sending money in. And every time we got $2,500, we bought another weight station.
So what's your goal now? I mean, a lot of us didn't think you'd get that many weight stations. You got a lot more than you expected. Well, what's the goal now?
Well, I think Coach Farmer, what we would really like, to tell you the truth, we would really like some renovation here at Booster. You know, I talked to Mayor Gwynn about it a while back, and he would dearly love to help us, and hopefully he'll be reelected, because he was really a supporter and pusher on trying to get some funds here.
Just fixing that locker room that hasn't been touched in 50 years.
It's terrible. I'm not going to say it's not up to code, because that would maybe make somebody think something. But it needs to be tore down, rebuilt. Press box needs some work. Next year's the 50th anniversary of Booster Stadium. It's a special place. We don't want to lose it. We love Booster, but we need some work done out here, and those kind of dollars we can't raise as a Booster club. We've got to have some help, you know, city, county-wide, whatever. And there's some movement afoot about that. Maybe it'll be different next year this time.
Well, and I'll tell you, the field is always great at Booster because it's so old. I mean, this is the best. We walked it today. It can't be in better shape, right? It's beautiful.
It looks really good tonight. You're right. It looks great. Of course, we've been having a pretty good little bit of water. But that field will drain. You can have a torrential downpour. I'm talking about 2 or 3 inches of rain, And in 30 minutes after that, you can go out there and play on that field. Now, you're not going to find that everywhere.
No.
That's why when they talked about, well, why don't we leave Booster and put a field in at Vanguard? And I'm like, the stands are fine. The field is fine. We can live with the scoreboard. We can play football just like it is. All we need is a little bit of renovation and update.
Well, you want to be able to go into the bathroom and not be able to smell 50 years of locker room.
Yeah. Well, right now, if you walk down there, you're in a couple inches of water.
Yep, because of the way this field drains, and it's wet. I don't care what time of the day or what time of the year, it's wet.
Yeah, if you blindfolded certain people that's been here long enough and walked in there, you know where you're at.
You know it.
There's a funk in there that you don't appreciate.
It's a 50-year, my wife, when they come, she goes, well, I really don't want to go to the bathroom. I'm like, nobody does.
And it's a shame because we've been to a lot of fields. The one that I would really like to pattern our field house after is down there at Sun Lake.
Oh, I haven't been there.
Sun Lake has got a nice concession stand built right in there with the locker rooms, the bathrooms. I mean, it's awesome. And the people that work in the concession can see the game. I hate I love the old tradition of the smoke drifting across the field and all, and I get that, but
you can't watch the game from the concession stand.
No, people miss everything down on the far end.
Yeah. And that hurts you because nobody wants to work it. You don't want to come to a game like this and watch people come up and buy, concessions.
No, and it's packed down there. I mean, there's only a small little place down there. It's open air. It's not even covered.
I mean, that's Yancey's Grill from 30 years ago.
And we were just talking about that. Me and Coach Sospleski was talking about how that used to be when Jim Yancey used to come out here.
He used to be the Lord of the Grill. He used to make, remember his pepper sausage dogs?
Oh, he made those and that chowder.
Oh, that chowder was great. There would be a line for his pepper sausage dogs.
Oh, yeah. And they took out, all they did was they took out whatever money for the ingredients and donated it right back to the Touchdown Club.
Yep. It's amazing, and again, they're redoing the track, which is behind us.
Well, and down here in this end zone behind the scoreboard, it looks nice. They've gone in and cleaned out all that, and it looks decent down there now.
But there's so much tradition at this field. Everybody who talks about Ocala football and really Marion County football, it starts right here at Booster Stadium.
Well, 50 years, think about it, man. I mean, everybody's got a Booster Stadium story.
Yeah.
And we have a plan, actually, that just kind of trying to put it in perspective. If we get that field house built down there like we want, we're going to put a facade up across the front, and we're going to remember all of the big events here at Booster. Forest State Championships, a lot of the coaches that coached here, the NFL players that's been here, the officials that's been here. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
But it's not just football. You go back, they used to have, they had a rodeo or something. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad drugged me everywhere, and we would see all kinds of things at Booster Stadium. The softball was played here, fast pitch softball. I mean, there's been a lot of things done here because it's a huge facility. How many graduations have been done here? That's where I graduated. That's why they don't have graduation here anymore, because you can't go to the bathroom.
So that's a good point. And you know what else we have here? We got plenty of parking.
Yeah.
I mean, we can put however many wants to show up. We can pack them in. We can put them over there.
You could put them on you could put them on the track. You could put them. There's a lot of space. Now, granted, that 2-lane road coming in isn't very good, especially when the train decides to go at about 9:45 p.m.
Well, they got big plans out there.
I heard they're going to 4-lane it.
Now, once they do that, I mean, even getting in and out of here will be awesome now.
Yeah, well, and again, I'm glad. I mean, nobody is more passionate about night football than you. You've been watching it a long time, and again, I hope the city does something. They put a lot of money into these parks. They named them after all these mayors, but not a single one of those mayors did anything for Booster Stadium. And I think the funding is there. How much do you think it would cost to build the field house you're talking about?
Well, the thing about it is, ever since we started passionately talking about it, people have stepped up and said, hey, if you get ready to do that project, we're in, man. We'll donate. We'll do what.
So many construction companies will help.
What it would take is, it would take a meeting. It would take somebody to say, let's draw it up. We'll get it done. We'll run it through for you. We'll get it built, and we'll be kicking it off next year this time.
Yeah, how much money do we put into a theater downtown?
Well,
You know, I mean,
everybody has their little thing.
I get it. I get it. I
if
remember when I was
this
going.
stadium, this very place right here can be here for the next 50 years.
Yes.
But that field house cannot.
No, it'll be here in 50 years. It's a bomb shelter. I mean, let's be clear. Whoever built it, it's not their fault.
No.
It's just 1960s.
Well, you can see
Age.
right now, the visiting team will be down here.
Yeah.
They'd rather go down here than go in that hot
You're not
locker
going to
room.
go in there, and it stinks.
And
in that carpet. I guess they're like, nah, now you're just throwing good money after bad. And even the players, you don't even get dressed here. You come here in full uniforms. You don't take your shoes off in that locker room. You don't want it to touch the ground. I mean, it's bad. And again, Ocala's better than that.
We are better than that. We've got better football here than that. You know,
And you go to some of these small towns, and they're like, wow, where did y'all get the money for this?
I mean, I guarantee you, it was. I talked to Coach Price a few minutes before this game, and it's a big deal for Dunnelon to come here and play tonight. You know, we didn't know we were going to play them this year until the district got realigned.
Right.
It's a big deal for them to come to Ocala and play here.
Well, they're showing it too tonight.
Oh yeah, if we don't right the ship, we'll get beat tonight, and a loss tonight will mean we have to beat North Marion, or we may not even see a sniff in the playoffs.
So what do you do? What I mean,
Well-
I'm putting you on the hot seat. I mean, Rutgers just making things happen with his legs.
That's all, and it's a shame they had to go to that. The offensive line is definitely not holding up, but Vanguard is one big play away. You know, that throw from the 80-yard throw, that hurt. If you take that away, we're in the game.
Trent Townsend's a special kid.
But it was a rope perfectly thrown, and I think we're capable of some of those in second half. I saw some matchups. I mean, like, why in the world aren't we taking advantage of that?
There's no time.
But you know,
There's no
maybe if we climb back into this thing with them,
4 scores.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
4 scores.
But we got to stop Dunnelon too, and right now they got everything going.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, it's a big night. If they walk out of here with a win, then they deserve it.
So what's going on at the Sawmill? I know last year you guys were a big sponsor, and we appreciate that. What do you got going on at the Sawmill?
Well, the Sawmill's been there, you know, 3rd generation.
Crane mats?
I'm crane mats.
Hardwood crane mats?
I bought a grinder. I'm grinding.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm grinding mulch, taking in tree debris now.
How long's it been there? What is it?
It's been there 80 plus years.
Yeah.
And looks about that, you know, same way. Granddad was there. Only thing is, everything's paid for. They can't come in and repo anything.
No.
But I always kid Granddad. I know he bought that for, you know, 2 chickens and a cow, and you know.
That was way out when he bought it.
Oh, that was
way out.
That was country.
Now,
man.
what are you, 2 miles from downtown?
Oh, once they annexed the interstate out there,
Yeah.
we had to quit rabbit hunting and shooting doves. You know, we couldn't. Had to stop all that. No guns allowed in the city.
Well, where do you get your trees from? Just all of Florida, or?
Yeah, Florida, but the radius is going further out. You know, you have to go out further because a lot of the timber's cut. A lot of the swamplands and stuff are protected now.
Yeah.
They're not going to be cut anymore. And really and truly, we still have a niche, but it's amazing because you would think that we would be long gone. I mean, you can't sit there and list sawmills and find. Let's put it this way: there's nobody majoring in sawmills.
No,
okay.
no.
And I tell them all the time, coming to work at the sawmill is a career job. It makes you want to go get a career and get the heck out of the sawmill.
But it smells great.
Well, people say that. I don't smell it anymore. I'm like, what?
Well, you know, Larry, thank you for all you do for this community, especially this football team. And we'll talk to you down the road. And hopefully the Knights can show something here in the second half.
Well, you know,
Because North Marion's watching this film.
North Marion's got it. North Marion's chomping at the bit. I think it hurt us a little bit not to play last week at Sandalwood. I think we got a little bit sloppy. We look real, you know, we were on it, and Buchholz playing better.
Yeah, I thought Buchholz and Gainesville, their lines, I'm like, you're not going to see a line that good again. Well, welcome to Dunnelon. Who's just going to blitz linebackers.
I appreciate you guys, too.
Yeah.
I know when I was a kid playing, it meant a lot to be on the radio and stuff. So you guys do a good job. We appreciate you here at Booster and always will.
Anytime you want to join me, you know you're welcome because I got you. I got Bill now on the road. So.
Yeah, but it's air conditioned on that side.
That's true. That's true. All right. Hey, Larry, thank you for everything.
All right.
And
All right, guys.
we're going to be right back for the second half. You're listening to High School Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
This game is brought to you in part by locally owned and operated Wise Guys Pizzeria in Pearl Britton Plaza, next to Publix. They offer an amazing array of food from pizza, jumbo wings, burgers, homemade soups, salads, and generous pasta dinners. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Check out our menu at www.wiseguysocala.com or call 352-789-6569. Dine in or carry out. For delicious food, the Wise go to Wise Guys Pizzeria.
Attention passengers for flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Is it a time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you earned it. Call today.
WOCA.
Welcome back to Booster Stadium. We're about getting ready for kickoff, and I'm Galen. I'm joined with Pat McBride. Knights right now are down 23-6. Pat, you got some stats, I understand, from the Chronicle, from the Citrus Chronicle covering the game.
Yes, just some general things here. First downs, Dunnelon had 5. Who would think they'd have 5 first downs, 23 points? Vanguard, 8 first downs. Passing yards, Dunnelon had 91, 80 on one play.
Would have never believed that.
Vanguard, though, only 23 yards passing. And
would have never believed that.
And rushing, Dunnelon, 49 yards. Vanguard, 120. Yet they've only got 1 touchdown. And the big one, the turnover, the pick 6. That didn't help, the Knights.
And let's right before kickoff, we got about 2 minutes left, but Dunnelon's going to get the football here to start off the second half. Up 4 scores, Pat. It's 23-6. Those extra points that Dunnelon has been able to capitalize on, getting 2 points, and the Knights failing and hitting the uprights, the difference. Thank you. So it's been a lot of fun. So I'll give you a little more specific. Townsend's only got completions to Frazier's. So he's got 3 catches for 91 yards with that TD. Rocker has 6 rushes for 60 yards. And McBride's got 9 carries for 36 yards and a TD. As you said, I'm shocked by that.
But Dunnelon has earned every part of it, even though what they've scored on is big plays.
They have played.
They took advantage of a short field when they only needed 15 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah,
got it.
I know hyperbole is hyperbole, but they've played a perfect half.
Yes.
If you ask, and we asked Coach Harris at the meeting, I said, "What do you think about tonight?" He goes, "We got to win some matchups." They've dominated the matchups, Pat. Dominated this game.
I'm impressed with their discipline, their tackling, their play calling. Have you seen a prettier ball thrown to Frazier than that?
I'm telling you, Trent Townsend's the real deal. Again, he's a big fella. Wears number 15, and he looks like Tim Tebow.
And it looked like everything was going Dunnelon's way with field position, pick 6. So when Vanguard finally had them at first and 10 from the Dunnelon 20, first play, 80-yard touchdown in stride. Boom. Wow.
And that took Vanguard had a lot of momentum.
But Vanguard took pride. They got a lot of pride in this program, and I would imagine Farmer did some butt chewing in that.
Well, let's see. They don't come from behind. That's not a strength of theirs.
But they're big play capable. Let's see what happens.
They have the capability to do it. Let's see if they have the intestinal fortitude to do it.
We'll know in another 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, now the Dunnelon defense has been on the field a lot. Let's see if they can wear down. But first of all, it's going to be Dunnelon football. There's a kick by Logan Swift that's going to be fielded at the 5 by LJ. LJ heads over now he cuts back up the middle. He's got a seam. He's at the 40. He's got Logan Swift to beat. Logan Swift manages to tackle him, and he's down at the 20, they're going to call it down at the 29-yard line, 31-yard line. What an opening play by the Tigers, and again, the Knights could not pin him back. and that was all on one guy running out of his lane trying to do something special. Logan Swift with a huge play.
Touchdown saving tackle if you ever saw one.
Whoa. LJ
Open
Hamilton
field.
was,
Would you have bet that 2 seconds before that happened?
there was nothing special about that run. He had a seam and he ran it right up the gut and was never touched before Logan Swift barely got a shoulder pad on him.
It was almost like Vanguard was expecting a touchback.
All right, so now Townsend's in the backfield. He's in shotgun. And again, they're going to call a foul because it was encroachment, because once you're set a line, you cannot move. And the left tackle jumped, and it'll be 1st and 15 now. Ball's going to move back to the 36.
Hasn't been a heavily penalized game tonight.
No, and the mistakes that Dunnelon has made hasn't hurt them in any way.
1st and 15.
All right, so Townsend's in shotgun. They're going to do 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts to the top. Townsend's going to keep it on a draw. He puts his head down, and there he's tackled immediately, and that'll be a loss of, no, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So Andre Jones is wearing a new number. He's wearing 75 tonight. He usually wears 45, so he's been in there all game, and they are running right at the young man tonight. 2nd down and 16. 11:18 here to go in the 3rd quarter, first possession of the 2nd half. Tigers lead 23-6. Townsend's in shotgun, wide out, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Townsend drops back, he looks to the right, he's trying to hit Frazier's in the flats. He tries to get it, and he makes a catch right at the yardstick. I'll tell you what, Townsend got drilled as he threw it, but he threw it there, and Frazier's went and got it. But it'll be short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 3.
I don't think you could throw a ball any further for a 12-yard gain.
He threw it from the close hash and threw it all the way to the sideline on the other side. And Frazier's started at about the middle of the field and went and got that ball. It was a balloon. All right, here we go, 3rd and 3. Stacked wide receivers are going to give it to the running back, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and brought down by Leslie for maybe no gain. They're going to say no gain. It'll be 4th and 4. Decision time again for the Tigers. Their kicker's got a big foot. Let's see what they do. How important now is that tackle by Logan Swift?
And check this out. This is it right here. If Vanguard's going to get back in this game, it starts on this play. It starts on this drive, but this
may be the biggest play of the game for the Knights right here. If they can get a stop, they can get the ball with no harm done after that huge opening kickoff by the Tigers here in the 2nd half. They're going to give it to the running back. He heads up the middle. He's got stoned right there, and he'll be short depending on the spot. Wow, we got a better spot than I thought.
He picked up a yard, but there was more than one guy that met him in that hole.
Yeah, Gunsby came in there.
That fires up the fans.
Yeah, that was a big play. How about Logan Swift? Let's give the kicker who made that tackle a little nod.
Right.
Is that a flag on the play? I see a flag or some debris next to the football. Nope, they're going to pick it up. It was a towel.
Yep, marking the spot.
All right, so here we go. Curry's going to be the quarterback. Now they're going to go with 2 tight ends here. 1 running back. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads up the middle, tries to break a tackle, brings 2 with him. He's all the way out to the 30, to the 31. That's going to be a 7-yard gain when it should have been none.
He carried at least 3 guys with him on the last 4 or 5 yards.
And now he's signaled to the sideline, feed me, give me the football. And again, they're going to go with this tight formation. Bryce Langston is in at tight end now. 2nd down and short. 2 wideouts to the bottom, 2 tight ends. Lone setback is McBride. They're going to fake it to him. They're going to throw it out to Daly. That's Williams. Williams makes 1 man miss. He got enough for the 1st down. Knocked out of bounds at the 36.
That's the same play that was the pick 6, so they went back to. I was wondering when they would, because it's been successful for Vanguard for the last couple of years.
Yeah, different wide receiver, but you're right, exact same play. In that time, as you talked about earlier, Rucker was able to make the block. 1st and 10. Knights are trying to get back into this game, down 23-6. Curry calls for the snap, drops back. He's looking. Now he rolls out after pressure. He's going to fire into the flats, and it's not a good throw. Had Williams in the flats open, but he overthrew him by 5 yards.
He needed to put a little touch on that. It was a little bit of high, but it was thrown too hard.
Curry's a little rattled. he's much more accurate than this. You know, we talked about it with Farmer in the pregame, how accurate of a thrower he truly is, but not tonight. Just hasn't been there for him.
He was forced to roll his right on that.
Curry's going to come, another two tight end set. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads over the left side and brought down for a loss of 2. Again, linebackers just cleared out the whole left side of that line.
Vanguard just doesn't seem to be able to get momentum. Got Rucker running it, the read option.
They are throwing 3 guys at Antonio Smith at that left tackle position, and nobody is able to block anyone. Again, it's a 3-man front, 2 linebackers, and the linebackers are picking a hole and hitting it. 3rd and 12. Curry drops back. He looks. He's going to fire deep for Rucker. And he's got it, but that should have been a penalty.
Yes, there it is.
Really late flag, but that was clearly pass interference. That was a great ball by Curry.
There would have been a couple hundred flags on the field if the fans had one in their pocket.
That was an obvious pass interference, and I'm guessing the back judge got blinded.
That's what we were looking to first, and I don't know how he didn't see it.
Yeah, but the field judge made the call, and it was a good one. It was the right one.
Correct.
And Rucker catches that, and that's a huge gain, but instead it's only a 15-yard.
But it is a first down.
But it is an automatic first down.
On 3rd down. It was a well-thrown ball.
It's a smart penalty.
Yes.
Because Curry was able to step in on that. He was looking at Rucker the entire time.
He had pressure, stepped up in the pocket, and made a beautiful throw.
And he had time. He was able to wait and let that play develop.
Let's see if Vanguard can use this momentum in their favor. That's what
1st and 10. Ball's going to sit at the 47-yard line. They're going to do 2 backs, Randall and McBride. McBride's the up back. Randall's the deep back. 2 wideouts to the bottom, 1 to the top. No tight end. They kind of shifted out of the tight end. Let's see if that hurts them. 3-man front for the Tigers. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads up the middle. He tries to break a tackle. He gets through the line and is chopped down after about a 6-yard gain. It'll set up 2nd down and 4. That was a nice little break of the tackle.
Yeah, he was into the secondary. Great tackle by the secondary, but he's running hard.
Tell you what, the guard's just getting lit up. So they're moving Antonio Smith now to the right side of the line. They're going to go empty set. 3 wideouts to the top. 2 to the bottom. They have a tight end. Williams goes in motion. Rucker keeps it. Heads on the left side, is brought down for a 6-yard loss. And again, the offensive line not blocking anybody, and the linebacker is just pouring through there and looking like, I don't know, Ray Lewis.
That's a strange play, though. You either give the ball to the receiver and go the opposite way, but he followed the receiver.
Just took too long. And these linebackers are coming untouched. And I mean, literally, nobody is putting a finger on the linebacker. So now they're going to put Curry back in there, 3rd and 8. He drops back. He's under pressure. He steps up in the pocket, fires, and Tevin Williams just drops it. That would have been a 1st down, but it was incomplete as Williams just drops it.
Yeah, he was wide open. Good throw. Maybe a little behind him, but not that much.
Well, I thought it hit him right in the chest. But now it's 4th down and 9, 4th and 8. Ball sits right at the 50-yard line, and they're going to send out Logan Swift. I'm a little shocked by this, down by 4 scores.
No, the field position, the defense has actually played well.
You don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time here.
I agree with that, but field position should matter.
Yeah.
They had their chances.
This offense isn't clicking, and I'll tell you what, they've got to solve this guard problem, and it is a problem.
But I also am surprised how long it's taken to get plays in. They keep looking to the sideline.
People are coming in and off the punt team. So Logan Swift is in, and LJ is back deep. Fitzpatrick. Oh, not a good snap. He's under pressure. Gets it off, and it's a nice high-hanging kick. Fair caught at the 22-yard line. Great kick by Logan Swift.
Yeah, the snap, it was a little high, but it was slow to get to the punter.
Nothing wrong with that. Good kick. Good kick by Logan. Tell you what, he missed an extra point, but he's played pretty good so far tonight. Saved the touchdown with that tackle.
We saw a little life out of the Vanguard defense after Dunnelon ran that kickback, and we saw a little life out of the offense, but not enough to score.
Yeah, so here we are. We're at the water break. Knights trail the Tigers 23-6. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
I think about it every day. While I'm stuck in traffic, at the supermarket, even at work. If it weren't for someone in my community who sat down, rolled up their sleeve, and took the time to give blood, I wouldn't be alive today. A Life South blood donor saved my life. Was it you? Patients in your community rely on donors like you to live. Give local, save local. Give blood.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, welcome back to Booster Stadium. Tigers have the football up 23-6 with 6:41 left to go in the third quarter. 2 wideouts to the bottom. Now they're going to send a man in motion. He's going to grab it on the jet sweep. No, Townsend keeps it, puts his head down and punishes several players as he picks up 6. Townsend, who's 215, if he's probably closer to 225, laid the boom on the linebacker there.
Yeah, he looked more like a fullback on that play.
He's Tim Tebow.
Are you surprised they haven't run the ball as much as he does?
No, I'm surprised they haven't run him more. I think you're going to see up by 4 touchdowns with 6:12 left to go in the third quarter. I think you're going to see a lot more of that because he's really sure with the football. We know what he can do throwing. I mean, he hit Frazier's on a dime. So the Tigers are going to be in that power eye with a deep man about 10 yards off the ball. Townsend gets it. He hands it to Caballero, who's hit the backfield. Jones steps up and makes a tackle for a 4-yard loss. Andre Jones finally makes a play there from the left defensive end.
That was his best play of the night. I mean, the back had no chance.
First play of the night.
Yes.
Again, the defensive tackles, the Knights lost their offensive line except for Antonio Smith. One kid transferred. Antonio Smith, who's going to the University of Miami, is a legitimately good offensive lineman. That's about all they got. So now it's 3rd and 7. Boy, do the Knights need a turnover here. If there was ever a chance for a turnover, now was the time if you're the Vanguard defense as they're shuffling guys in and out. Townsend's going to flare his wide receivers out each way. It'll be 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Caballero is running back. They're going to send Frazier's in motion. Townsend drops back. He's under pressure, and he's brought down with a sack. Sergio Gunsby with a sack. He was joined there by Andre Jones, and they blitzed the linebacker, and it worked. I guess it turned out to be the right thing to do to not go for it there on 4th down.
Townsend had no chance to get that ball off.
Took too long to develop, and that time they sent a blitz, and it worked.
The defense is playing inspired. Now for the offense to move the ball.
Let's see what Coach Ty can get going here.
Get dialed up.
Because back deep is Rucker. Let's see if they actually punt it to him. The punter is going to stand and kick this from his own 5-yard lines. Good snap. He gets it off. Rucker is way too deep. He's going to let that bounce. He's a good 20 yards too deep there. That ball bounces at the 50 and goes all the way down to the Knight side of the 50 to about the 43-yard line.
The Vanguard coaches were trying to get Rucker to step up another 5 to 10 yards.
Yeah, that was. I don't know whose fault that was, but you can't let that ball bounce.
He had no chance of catching that.
That's a great opportunity for a kid like that to get the ball in the open field. Because guess what? He's probably going to return a lot of punts wherever he goes and plays. So 4:06 left to go here in the third quarter. Second possession of the second half for the Knights. They got stalled out last time after a couple of sacks and drop passes. Again, they're going to go with a tight end, 2 running backs in an I formation offset. They're going to give it to Williams. He's brought down immediately, breaks a tackle. They're going to say he was down in the backfield. And Williams says he wasn't. But the side judge said he was down, and they'll be for a loss of 1, but he came out of that pile, Pat, and was taking it to the house.
I saw a pinball machine there. He bounced out of there so quick.
I thought, from here you couldn't tell, but the side judge made the call pretty definitively. Again, the Knights are down 23-6.
Dunnelon is not giving up that big play.
2 wideouts each way. They're going to play with that tight end again. Curry drops back. He fires up to the left, and that's caught for about a 6-yard gain. That'll at least move the chains a little bit. Savion Harris with his second catch of the game. That'll set up 3rd down and 7. I mean, you can keep winning the field position game,
think you're right.
but you know what? You've got to score. You're down by 4 scores.
Could be fourth down territory.
They're going to give it to McBride. He heads up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He's over the line of scrimmage. He's got the first over midfield. Breaks another one at the 30. He's at the 20. He tries to get in, and he's touchdown! Oh, what a run!
Wow.
52-yard scamper by the senior. That's a game-changing run right there.
And it wasn't even stiff arms. It was a stiff arm with the shoulder over and over again.
23-12 is our score. Now the Knights have a decision. Do they go for two or do they kick it? And there is a
Dunnelon player
Tiger
down the field.
What a run there by McBride. 52 yards. Looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. And again, this go for broke defense finally went broke for the Tigers.
Number 7.
Is that number 7? It's hard to tell these numbers.
It looks like 7 from this.
He's walking off under his own power.
Looks like his right ankle.
But this is going to give the Knights an opportunity to
We were
stop.
expecting a big play from somebody like Rucker or Manuel, even Curry. We weren't expecting, McBride, who's been like a fullback, just a bowling ball.
He's so fast. He's got such great feet. And they just couldn't bring him down.
But how many guys had legitimate shots at him? Like 3 or 4.
He's a big dude, I'm telling you. He runs.
And it wasn't stiff arms. It was him lowering his shoulder into them. And they were just bouncing off him. And he kept his balance.
So they're going to go for 2 here. Curry is going to be the quarterback. Bryce Langston is going to come in at tight end. And they're going to go strong side to the left in a power eye. They got Leslie at the fullback. He's usually the middle linebacker. McBride's the deep back. Rucker's all by himself on the right to the bottom. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads up the middle. He needs to break a tackle. He spins. Keeps his feet. He gets it.
Wow.
Point conversion. 14 points now. So the Knights are now down by 9 with 2:47 left to go in the third quarter. Mark that in the book. McBride has decided, you know what, I'm going to carry this team. The transfer from Oakwood up in Jacksonville is making his point felt tonight.
On the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, you talk about second effort, third effort, fourth effort.
Bryce Langston gave him a good block there to free him up, but there were 2 guys in the backfield.
He would not be denied. He put that spin move on that he has. His upper body strength is what's impressive. You can tell that the defense or who's trying to tackle him is not ready for that.
No, you and I, nobody. There aren't many people ready for that kind of a pounding. But
got the crowd back into it.
Sure did, and you could hear it there. They got the horn blaring. It's a big, big, big play there by the Knights to make this thing a little more interesting. You're listening to WOCA The Source, 96.3 FM. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Thank you, Wise Guys Pizza. Thank you, Wireless Warehouse, for making this possible. Logan Swift puts his foot into it. Nice high kick. It's going to be fielded right at the 1. He's got it at midfield. Heads up the middle. Gets a block. Breaks a tackle. Gets over the 30-yard line. Check 25-yard line.
Still, good special teams coverage.
So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Almighty momentum has suddenly shifted because of one play.
But it also started with the inspired play of the defense on the drive before where they stuffed Dunnelon.
You know where it started? Logan Swift's tackle.
Yes.
On that kickoff when there's no right. Logan Swift's 160 pounds, 5'9". He had no business making that tackle.
Right. When they have their banquet at the end of the season, you're going to see that play.
You sure will. That's on his highlight tape. He's trying to go to an Ivy League school. He's got a chance of going to Brown. He's a senior, valedictorian. All right, so Towns is going to give it to the running back who heads right up the middle, picks up an easy 5 before he's brought down from behind by Langston.
Well, you wouldn't be surprised if Dunnelon answers with you. This is what they've been doing all night. Every time Vanguard does something, they come right back at you.
I'll tell you what, Bryce Langston is really, really frustrated right now. He's doing everything he can. I think he's being held on almost every play, according to him. All right, so here we go. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Knights are now down by 9. Curry's throwing on the sideline, staying warm. A lot of football left to go here, Pat. But the Knights need to continue to make plays. Townsend's going to send his wide receiver in motion, but they're going to give it to Caballero. He heads over the left side, breaks a tackle, ball comes out, and the Knights recover. Bryce Langston strips it. 1st and 10 from the 31 for the Vanguard Knights. That's the play the Knights needed.
The defense has been playing inspired, tough defense the last couple of series, and they come up with a huge turnover.
Bryce Langston came in from the right side of the defense and punched it out.
1st and 10,
and the Knights were able
31.
to drop on it. Just like that, the Knights are back, and this could be one of those character-building games for Vanguard.
Who's the quarterback?
They're going to keep Curry in there. They're going to have 2 wideouts each way. 1 wide receiver. No tight end this time. They're going to send a man in motion, and there's going to be a false start on the right tackle. Come on, you can't make that mistake.
51.
Can't make that mistake, young man.
Took him a while to call. I was thinking, well, maybe they didn't see it.
All kinds of numbers. None of our rosters are correct.
That's right.
Well,
someone's wearing 51 tonight.
Dunnelon could be. We just can't see their numbers. Shotgun formation, 1st and 15. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads up the middle, and his man immediately spins, breaks 2 tackles, breaks a 3rd, ball comes out, and Dunnelon recovers the fumble. McBride put it on the deck, and Dunnelon has recovered. According to their bench, it's on their side. Everybody's pointing to their direction. Nobody knows. 1:33 left to go. This is a big moment. And Rucker comes out and says, no, we got the football. I don't know how. There are 4 Dunnelon Tigers on their sideline, and they're going to say he kept it. So instead of
I couldn't tell if Curry kept the ball himself or...
No, they gave it to McBride, and McBride coughed it up. He did a spin move, did another spin move, and the ball popped right out.
Fortunate for
Only
Vanguard.
a loss of 2, so now it'll be 2nd and 12, and good field position here for the Knights. Best starting field position for them all night. 2 wideouts each way. They're going to fake it to McBride. Curry throws over the middle, and it's picked off. He threw it right to the linebacker. I have no idea who he was throwing it to. That was a horrible throw.
He was trying to hit Rucker further down the field in the slot.
But he was nowhere near there.
He was 10 yards behind where that ball was picked off.
And they're going to, is there a flag on the play?
If it is, it's after.
Because there is a Knight down on the ground. And so what we're going to do is we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, the source.
There's a flag.
Home provider. Wireless is your discount pre-owned cell phone provider, offering affordable phone plans and repairs. Check out their weekly specials every Wednesday for extra savings at warehousewireless.com. Also, while supplies last, get a free phone mount holder for your car when you mention this ad. Visit soon. Warehouse Wireless, 626 South Pine Avenue. WarehouseWireless.com. WOCA.
Welcome back to high school football right here at Booster Stadium. Dunnelon stays on top 23-14. Curry threw an interception, ill-advised throw. A lot of second guessing after that little series there. After a fumble, they recovered it. Not a good series at all for the offense.
Against Dunnelon on that last play, too.
So Townsend's got the football. He's going to give it to Caballero, who heads right up the middle. Gains 3 and then breaks a tackle. And they're going to say picked up 2.5. It'll be 2nd down and a long 7. Let's see if the Knights defense can continue to hold. The offense has to figure it out. They've had 1 big play and 1 really good drive and then a lot of mistakes. They're going to give them 4 on that play. So it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Vanguard player has an injured leg.
Yeah, well,
can't see from here.
I don't like injuries, so we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, the source.
Hey, this is Matt from Crossroad Auto Sales. I want to invite you to come over and check out our vehicles. All of our vehicles at Crossroad Auto Sales go through a rigorous 100-point safety inspection. We work with most outside finance companies, and we even have in-house financing available. Stop by today at 1800 Northwest 10th Street or give me a call at 690-6695. That's 690-6695. Crossroad Auto Sales,
promise, we won't leave you stranded at the crossroad. WOCA.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to high school football. It's getting late in the game, and that's typically when injuries start to pop up, and that's what we're starting to see, Pat. Sergio Gunsby was helped up off the field. Looks like a leg issue of some kind, but right now, the Tigers are in control of this football game 23-14.
Yeah, that's been an exciting last 10 minutes. We're turnover city between both teams, but Dunnelon has the ball at this time as the close of the third quarter.
So here we go. It's 2nd down and 7, we're going to call it. Townsend's got the ball. 20 seconds left to go in that second quarter. They give it to the up back who breaks a tackle, tries to spin move, and he gets tackled from behind. It'll be a 3rd down and about 4. Big play here for the Vanguard defense. And that may be the, nope, we're going to have one more play. Nope, that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to step aside. And before we go, I really want to thank our sponsors, both Wise Guys Pizza and Warehouse Wireless. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Warehouse Wireless is your discount pre-owned cell phone provider, offering affordable phone plans and repairs. Check out their weekly specials every Wednesday for extra savings at warehousewireless.com. Also, while supplies last, get a free phone mount holder for your car when you mention this ad. Visit soon. Warehouse Wireless, 626 South Pine Avenue. warehousewireless.com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, here we are live at Booster Stadium. I'm Galen Udall, and I'm joined with Pat McBride. And it's fourth quarter here, Pat, and the Knights are still down by 9. Only one touchdown there in the third quarter after a really explosive first half for the Tigers. As they scored 23
momentum
points.
Swings with Dunnelon running the ball back almost for a touchdown. Then with Logan Swift making the tackle of his life.
So they're saying it's third. Oh, okay, there we go. They fixed the marker. It's 3rd down and 3 here. Ball sits at the 22-yard line here to start the fourth quarter. Knights are down by 9. This isn't a position they're accustomed to.
Right. The Vanguard defense has played extremely well tonight, except for that one big play.
So Townsend's going to go in motion, but they're ending up running the Wildcat with Caballero as the lone back. He's going to get it. He runs up the middle, and he's brought down immediately for no gain, and that's going to be 4th down. Nice play there inside by the Vanguard Knights. It looks like Gunsby, who came out on the injury, was able to come in there and make that tackle. And now let's see if Rucker can line up where he's supposed to and return a kick here.
Since the end of the second quarter, Vanguard defense, especially on the line, has actually owned that scrimmage, line of scrimmage.
And the Tigers haven't taken any opportunities. They're like, look, you can't do anything offensively. We'll just play ball control and punt and see what you can do. Rucker, again, is very, very, very deep. He keeps backing up. This kid can't kick it that far.
Timeout Vanguard.
Well, good. Maybe they'll tell Rucker to scoot up, but let's keep it here. Again, I want to thank Wise Guys Pizza, Wireless, and Warehouse Wireless, and thank you guys for your sponsorship. And Pat, it's your first game of the year. Kind of shocking to see that offense, just how good that offensive line for Vanguard was last year.
And it's been so long since Vanguard lost in the regular season, 23 games. This is the 3rd season without a loss. They went undefeated the last 2 seasons into the playoffs. So, but one big play here makes this game a nail-biter to the end.
And again, it's a district game. Whoever wins this is in the catbird seat and almost guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. The loser has to beat North Marion, you know.
And all 3 teams, North Marion, Dunnelon, and Vanguard, are in the top 10 in their classification.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this is a legitimate.
And only 2 teams move on.
Lake Weir's really down, but those are the best 3 teams. And they could still get in with record, but it makes it a whole lot harder. And there's the snap. Punt is up. And Rucker's, again, going to let this bounce. He's, again, 20 yards off the ball. I just don't understand that. Thankfully, it gets a Dunnelon bounce and is going to be inside the Knight territory at the 45. They're going to, 49-yard line is where they're going to mark it. I just don't know why Rucker's, maybe he doesn't want to catch it.
Well, the offense has had their opportunities the last couple series, so it's time for them to step up after that long run by McBride where he did everything on the run except for maybe sell hot dogs and hamburgers. But, you know.
They're going to keep Curry at the quarterback. Kind of surprised by that. They're not going with a tight end. When they had the tight end, they were able to do some things. But they're going away from that. They're going to go with the 2 wideouts in shotgun with the running back to the right. They're going to give it to McBride. He heads up the middle, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then is brought down after a 3-yard gain. In order for this kid to do anything, he's got to break 4 or 5 tackles.
Right.
The offensive line is just not – there are no holes tonight.
If he gets past the linebackers like he did before,
then he's gone. But
he took care
he's
of
got to
the
break 3
secondary.
tackles.
Right.
Again, 3 down linemen. Curry drops back. He rolls out to his right. He fires deep, and that's going to be underthrown. But no, it's caught by Savion Harris. Touchdown! I thought that ball was 5 yards short. Savion Harris with a great catch. Bang! Curry to Harris.
There's the big play we were looking. Curry was under pressure, rolled to his right, threw a bullet, not much air under it. 2 defenders in front.
Savion Harris with the biggest play of his football career right there. He's also on the varsity basketball team, just an athlete. Wow, I thought that ball was well underthrown. No, that was Harris. Yeah, Harris on the catch. Somebody was asking. But a great, I don't know how Curry got that ball there.
Going for 2.
They have to. They're down by 7. No, my math is off. They haven't fixed
Down
the
by 9, about if they get.
No, they're down by 3. They're down by 3. So they're going to go for 2. Not sure why.
There we go.
But they're going to give it to the deep man. That's Williams, and he's brought down in the backfield. I just don't understand that call. So you're still down by 3. If you kick the extra point, then a field goal wins. Now a field goal ties. It's not like they can block anybody.
But there's plenty of time left. We'll second guess later.
I'll tell you what, Vanguard has shown some stones here tonight. Down by...
Well, we've been looking for that big play. We've seen 2 of them, the long run and the long pass play. So,
and this defense is playing alive. And that was a great, again, I apologize. I thought that ball was well underthrown. Didn't it look like it? And it just kept going.
When you saw where the receiver was, but the arm strength of Curry carried the day. No error, just a bullet, 40, 50 yards.
Yeah, that was a terrible call by me. Sorry.
That's okay.
You know, I try to get as many highlights in the game as I can, but that will not be one of them.
And there's still 10 and a half minutes left in this game.
Just like that, the Knights explode. They've got...
Give the defense credit, too. They've done their part.
They've got 14 unanswered points here in the second half. And they came out, and this defense has figured some things out offensively. They're just making big plays. Let's see what Logan Swift can do here with the kick. Boom. And it's going to be fielded at the 10. Not a great kick. He pushes him back to the 5. He's going to run up the middle looking for a block. He chases around, runs for the middle, gets one, but the runner falls down right at the 22-yard line. Good coverage there by the Knights.
Yeah, it's been feast or famine for the special teams. That was excellent coverage. They've either had that or given up the big play.
Well, let's see if the defense can keep him in it or give him the ball back. They've kept the Knights in it, the defense, in the second half. Really, since the first quarter, that one big play by Townsend to Frazier's, that's about it.
Right.
And you can hear Larry Fuquay pumping up the crowd. A great crowd here in this old
It started with your interview with Larry at halftime.
That's right. From now on, he's going to have to come in at half. All right, so Townsend's got 3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. He's going to drop back. He's looking deep. Bryce Langston was held. No flag. Did they call the flag? It certainly should have.
I have never seen anybody held from this far away. And I don't know what the officials are looking.
I'm not sure what he was looking at.
They held him, spun him around.
They literally grabbed him and pulled him. And usually as a broadcaster, you don't see it.
Not that far.
It was literally, he was about to kill Townsend, and the lineman just pulled him and spun him around. Unbelievable. And Langston's like, what do I have to do to get a call here? So here we go, 2nd and 10. According to the scoreboard, it's 80-23. But it's 20-23 Knights trail. Townsend's going to keep it over the right side, and he's brought down after a gain of 2. Whatever the Knights did defensively, they fixed the right side of that line. And Andre Jones in the second half is playing like a beast.
The whole team has been way more aggressive. And what we've seen in the offense truly started with the defense.
Yeah, because they were being run over here in the first half, and now
Here comes the fans. We're
Jones
getting
just
into it.
decided to get busy because it's 3rd and 8. Another big play, and the no-fly zone. Let's see if they can make a play here.
You got Langston coming in on this play.
4 wideouts to the top, 1 running back. Townsend drops back. They're going to throw the screen to Frazier's. He needs a block, but he's not going to get it. No, he breaks the tackle, gets a first down, spins, and then is knocked out of bounds after about a 10-yard gain. And there's a flag, another flag, and there's a melee on the sidelines. Everybody needs to stay right there. No reason to make this worse. And now they're going to clear out. Let's see who the call's on. It'll be after the play, so it will be a first down, Tigers.
That was all Frazier. They had
Goodness
2 or 3
gracious.
times.
He should have been brought down for virtually no gain. Instead, kept turning his legs, spun, and moved. Now the officials are talking about the flag. 23-20, 9-12 left to go in this football game. If you're just joining us, the Tigers just went up quickly on the Knights with a opening possession pick, and that penalty will be against the Knights.
15 yards.
And then from there, it was 16-0 really quickly as the Tigers got the football back and ran down the Knights' throat. Then the Knights were able to score. And then Townsend threw a bullet to Frazier's in stride for a touchdown to get him to 23. And they got the 2-point conversions.
So that makes that a 25-yard play.
Unbelievable. And again, you couldn't see what happened from here, but anytime you get a post-whistle foul, it's usually not a good mental play.
Got to be smart.
So 9-10 left to go. The Knights trail by 3. Townsend's in there. He's got that power eye. 2 running backs to his each side in the deep man. Now they're going to shift over and do just 1 running back. Let's see if the Knights blitz. Townsend's going to keep it. Heads on the right side. Breaks the tackle. Gets up near a first down. And the 20-pound quarterback could not be denied the first down.
Yeah, there was a big running lane to his left there. He went 8 yards before.
Oh, they're going to say he only got 9 on it. They didn't give him that forward progress. I thought he was over the 40. They're going to mark it right at the 40. And I think we're going to see a steady down at a Trent Townsend. How important was that missed 2-point conversion? Again, Townsend and power eye. They shift out of it. Caballero's to his right. 2 wideouts to the bottom. Townsend gives it to Caballero. He heads up the middle. He's got a first down. He's got more. He puts his head down and barrels over Daly. And he'll be down at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers. One of the players is calling for a timeout. They want a timeout because they're gassed. But they're going to run the clock anyway. 8:18 left to play. 23-20. This is an impressive drive by the Tigers.
But it's not surprising the way they've played all night. They've answered.
2 tight ends in the power eye. They're going to give it to the deep man, Caballero. He's met the backfield, and he'll be brought down for a 2-yard loss as Bryce Langston came over the top and popped them along with McBride, and they said, that's enough of that. Let's make a play.
And this team has been physical, not just because they're in the county, not in the same district, just because these are 2 rough-nosed football teams.
You have to be good to play in this district. 23-20. Keep saying the score because that's what matters. 2nd and 13 here for the Tigers. Offset power eye for Townsend. He calls for the snap. He's going to do a pitch left, and that's going to be illegal formation or motion or something. It'll be offsides.
Illegal formation.
Against the offense, it'll be 2nd down now at 18. That's a big play because it pushes them out of potential field goal range.
7:23 left. I don't know. We saw the kicker warming up.
He's not going to make that. If I'm Price Harris, I don't even kick it.
I don't kick it, but if he needs it, he's got enough leg.
Well, and historically, the Knights have struggled with the special teams and extra points. Logan Swift already missed 1 tonight. 2nd down and 18. They're going to do the 12 sweep to the left. He breaks a tackle, gets a block. He's all the way out after about a 14-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
No, longer than that.
Oh, they're going to mark him out of bounds there. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Yes.
Looked like he got better than that, but it's all the way on the other side of the field.
Penalty and the loss before.
Yeah. Thought he got more than that, but it'll be 3rd down and 8 here. They're going to say he got 8 yards on it. We're at the 7:02 mark as he was pushed out of bounds. Big play here for the defense. It's 2 down
the fans
territory.
get into it, and they are.
2 down territory for the Tigers. Offset T formation. They're going to give it to the inside. He's got enough for the 1st down, and he's brought down. Let's see where the spot is. They may have chopped him just short. That was a neat little trick play.
Looks like it'll be 4th and 1 or 1.5.
They're going to say he is short. Oh, he's well short. That's a long 2. But again, Trent Townsend, 6'4", 220.
That was some misdirection where they've been going the opposite direction, and it worked in their favor and picked up a good 6 yards on that.
Caballero ended up with the ball, and he just ran over people. I thought he got enough for the 1st, but they're going to go fairly quickly.
The defense has one more stop in them.
This is a big play here, Pat. Townsend's going to be in there with a power eye off to his left. Let's see if they keep it. They're going to give it to the man inside, and he breaks a tackle. Let's see where they spot it. This is going to be close, Pat. This is going to be very, very close. Trevante Rucker, who is a cornerback, saying it's well short. I don't know. Let's see if they end up spotting it.
I was going to say they're pushing way forward.
Wow, they gave him a great spot there from our advantage. Andre Jones is hopping up and down.
Thinks they stopped him.
This is going to be a measurement, that's for sure. Yep. They're going to bring the chains over.
Anymore, huh?
No, they're pretty good at eyeballing it. It's not like the NFL where it's like, oh, I can get some TV time. So after
and we apologize. It's just that the sticks are on the far side
from us. They're not going to be able to tell. Yeah, it's close. Let's put it that way. Let's see if they can stretch the chain. The Knights are hanging over it. They're bouncing up and down, and he got it. 1st down, Tigers.
That was a
1st down, Tigers.
That was an unbelievable spot for them.
Oh, and look, there are guys just flopping on the ground for the Knights. That's a backbreaker with 6:14 left to go.
They gave him the all. Give Dunnelon credit, though.
They got what they needed, and not anymore. So right here, they still can stop them. It's 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line, Pat.
6:14 left in the game.
And now they're going to call the water break, and that'll give us a chance to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
I think about it every day. While I'm stuck in traffic, at the supermarket, even at work. If it weren't for someone in my community who sat down, rolled up their sleeve, and took the time to give blood, I wouldn't be alive today. The Life South blood donor saved my life. Was it you? Patients in your community rely on donors like you to live. Give local, save local. Give blood.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, here we go. 6:05 left to go here at Booster Stadium. Dunnelon Tigers lead 23-20, but the Tigers are knocking on the door to try to put this game away. And this has been one of those drives. It's a back-breaking drive. They've just converted on 4th down. Trent Townsend is a beast. They're going to run that power eye, 2 running backs each side with a man deep. It's Caballero, and they're going to call offsides because the tight end jumps. They've done that 6 or 7 times tonight.
Yes, I was going to say half a dozen of those infractions. Stops the clock.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now, and gives a little more life to the Vanguard Knights. They need a stop. Even a field goal doesn't really help Dunnelon.
No.
Well, I haven't done an overtime game. That would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun, Pat?
Yep, the weather's good for it. Plenty, what else would you want to do on a Friday night?
Trent Townsend's in the shotgun.
Oh!
And now the Knights jump.
No.
Oh, who are they going to call it on?
Left tackle.
Flag. They're going to say that. You're right. That is on Dunnelon. I just saw the guard jump, or the tackle.
They're
talking about it. They're talking about it. Usually you can tell by the way the official puts the flag.
Left tackle jump first for Dunnelon.
And they're talking about it. See, the flag's over here, and it's on the right side, but they're going to call it against the offense. That'll set up 1st down and 20. And more importantly, Pat, I think they're out of field goal range.
Yes.
Again, I don't know if you're going to kick it in this situation anyway. But it helps. Makes them go a lot longer. Clock is running. 5:35 left to go in this football game. Knights trail by 3. Towns is going to send his wide receivers out. Takes his time. Now he's going to send a man in motion on the jet sweep. He keeps it. Caballero puts it on the ground. Trent Townsend falls on it. That'll be another 5-yard loss as Andre Jones almost got there. Andre Jones has just come alive here in the second half.
Well, it seems like Dunnelon's shooting himself in the foot, and Vanguard is getting the rest that they needed on defense. So
you're correct. That water break, it gives them a chance to get their air back.
It's now second and forever.
26. Second and 26, Pat. What are you drawing up? Maybe they let Townsend throw it.
I think you got to keep running to use that clock.
4:50 left to go. Power I. Two tight ends.
Under 3 minutes.
He's going to send him out. That puts Caballero to his left. They're going to send the man in motion again. They're going to fake the jet sweep. No, he kept it. He heads over the left side, and he's got about 15. That'll set up third down, but he did go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. And that'll set up third and about 14.
Well, I would imagine they're going to force Vanguard to use a timeout if you think they're not going to go for 3.
Well, here we go. This is a big play because any positive yards, and you know Dunnelon's going to go for it.
The last few plays, the Vanguard defense has been more in a contain than trying to get in the backfield. The other series, they were getting in the backfield very successfully. I'd like to see them go back to that.
So the Tigers have to get all the way to the 7-yard line. Third, and we'll call it 17. Townsend he hands it off. He runs right up the middle. He's chopped down after a gain of about 5. That'll set up fourth down at about 11. McBride comes in, playing that linebacker position, and just chopped the running back. And so McBride comes out. They're going to put in Randall, more of a pass coverage guy. And it's fourth down and 12 here, Pat. You got to go for it, right?
Yeah, I think you see them run. I guess this is where you're going to see him throw. Townsend hasn't thrown often, but he's been accurate.
And might as well throw it at the end zone, right?
Take a shot at it.
They're taking their time. They may let the clock run and then call a timeout. Not a bad idea, but the way the Vanguard Knights can score 3 minutes is plenty of time.
More than enough the way the offense has been going.
Well, let's keep it here on the timeout as the Tigers do call timeout. It's fourth down and 11. Ball's going to be placed right at the 21-yard line, and they need to get to the, man, I can't tell, 8-yard line, Pat?
It's not even that. What a game.
I'm sorry, they're on the 18-yard line. They've got to get to the 7.
Yes.
Sorry.
And it was all Dunnelon, big plays in the first half. Second half, all Vanguard, big plays. So who's going to finish? Who's got what it takes in those last 3.5 minutes?
You know, before today, you and I were texting back and forth, and you said, this is going to be a great game. And I said, I think Vanguard wins by 20. One of us was wrong, Pat.
Well, it's just Dunnelon is well coached. A lot of those kids have played on championship teams before when they were younger, not just winning, something local. They won Southeast Regionals back-to-back, including the quarterback Townsend.
Well, you can see the hype on that kid is real.
And
he is good.
Vanguard is the measuring stick and has been for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years in football in Marion County. So
it's fourth and 11 for the Knights.
What an effort from both teams.
No doubt about that. So Towns is going to be in shotgun. He's going to have 3 wide receivers to the bottom, one to the top. Going. Let's see if the no-fly zone can come up big here.
They got 3 receivers.
They're going to bring a blitz up the middle. Townsend drops back. He's looking. He's got a man open. It's caught by Frazier's, and he's got enough. Has he got enough for the first down? It's close, Pat. Frazier's with a little slant, and Townsend saying it's a first down, and we're still waiting for the sticks.
They're moving them.
Oh, that's a big, big play. Townsend on Des Daly. Frazier's on Daly. And Daly's going to say,
first and goal from the 3.
We didn't get it. But they're going to have it first and goal from the 4. Des Daly lost that battle against Jaquavian Frazier. Oh, Townsend is so good. In time, that was a rocket ship. Power I formation.
Oh.
And the left tackle just went.
Somebody didn't have the right count.
Townsend's not happy about it. And now they're going to bring in Big Antonio Smith. They need a stop here because I'm not sure Vanguard can come down from 10. So that'll be 5-yard penalty, though. That ball marks the ball back to the 9. I'm sorry. Where are they putting that? The 11. It's on the far side, and this is the worst vantage point from this press box.
But it also, eats the clock.
Sure does. 3 minutes and counting, and it's just rolling. And right now, the Tigers are in no rush. They haven't been able to score in the second half. And you know what? They don't need to.
This is their best drive since the 80-yard touchdown pass.
Offset I. Now they're going to go Wildcat. Bunch formation everywhere. Caballero runs to the right side. He gets a block, and he's really held. They're holding on that left side of the offense every time. And that's going to set up no gain on the play.
Tiger down.
Yeah, and he got popped. So we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Warehouse Wireless is your discount pre-owned cell phone provider, offering affordable phone plans and repairs. Check out their weekly specials every Wednesday for extra savings at warehousewireless.com. Also, while supplies last, get a free phone mount holder for your car when you mention this ad. Visit soon. Warehouse Wireless, 626 South Pine Avenue. warehousewireless.com.
I think about it every day. While I'm stuck in traffic, at the supermarket, even at work. If it weren't for someone in my community who sat down, rolled up their sleeve, and took the time to give blood, I wouldn't be alive today. A Life South blood donor saved my life. Was it you? Patients in your community rely on donors like you to live. Give local, save local. Give blood.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Booster. Big play here for Townsend. 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line. He's got the power eye. He's going to give it to the deep man Caballero, who's chopped down at the line of scrimmage. That'll set up 3rd and... we'll call it. He'll say he got to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 as the Knights call a timeout. 2:09 left to go in the game. And they're going to come to the side and talk about it, Pat, but this is a momentous play here because Dunnelon's going to run 2 plays, minimum of 2 plays.
It's amazing. Each play gets bigger than the play before it, and it's real.
Well, you got Frazier's on the outside, who's that good. He can beat Des Daly, who's having a monster season and a monster career at Vanguard, but he could beat Des one-on-one
but
all
you
day.
got to give Dunnelon credit. Even when Vanguard came back at it within 3, you're thinking, wow, momentum has switched everything. Dunnelon just keeps doing enough to stay ahead and to win this game.
Yeah, they've taken this opening kickoff, started at the 25 with about 9.5 minutes left to go in the game, and they've taken a good 7-minute chunk off of this game, and they lead by 3 points.
And nobody is leaving this game early.
And just so we're clear, the Dunnelon has converted on their 3 touchdowns, and the Knights have only made 1 2-point conversion. They missed an extra point, and they missed a 2-point conversion. That's the difference in this football game, Pat.
And the difference in this
Special
drive is
teams.
Dunnelon has made 2 4th-down plays that were incredible to keep it alive.
23-20, Tigers lead. 2:09 left to go. Townsend's in shotgun. He's going to give it to the deep man Caballero, who's hitting the backfield, but he pulls ahead, drags there Leslie, who stops him after about a 2-yard gain. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Big play here. This is the play. Do you kick it, Pat?
Well, does Vanguard have any timeouts left?
I don't. Yes, they do. I don't know why it took so long.
Yes, once again, they're burning clock up. As soon as that player's tackled, they should be taking that.
That took a good 8-9 seconds off. I don't know. Dunnelon's not in any rush.
Right.
Why would they be?
They were ready to burn 35 seconds off of that clock.
Let's paint the picture here, Pat. It's 4th and goal from the set. Tigers lead by 3. They have the football. The Knights, I believe, have 1 more timeout. They stop them here. They got to go 90 yards to get the win.
Over 90.
Yeah. And the Tigers punch it in here. It's ball game. So they have to score here, or it's Knight football. The clock will stop on the change possession. Clock also stops for any first down. But this is a big play again in this game. It seems like we've had 9 or 10 4th down plays, and Dunnelon has won the bulk of them.
And everybody's getting their money's worth of the price of admission tonight.
Yeah, your $6 went a long way tonight. So here we go. Townsend, again, he's 6'4", 215.
All right, Galen, you see him throwing it?
They got Frazier's up at the top all by himself.
This is when he's throwing it every time.
Frazier's is one-on-one with Des Daly. 3 wideouts to the bottom, running backs on the right side.
Running that slant.
Townsend's trying to get him to move. You don't want to delay a game here. Townsend drops back. He fires a little fade route, and it's going to be knocked down. Incomplete. Good play there by Rucker, who was trying to make a catch.
Did he get hurt on the play?
Oh, I hope not. That wouldn't be good.
His hands.
Let's see. Well, whenever there's a timeout, I step aside because there's nothing worse than talking about somebody you don't know what's going on. So you're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Game is brought to you in part by locally owned and operated Wise Guys Pizzeria in Pearl Britton Plaza, next to Publix. They offer an amazing array of food from pizza, jumbo wings, burgers, homemade soups, salads, and generous pasta dinners. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Check out our menu at www.wiseguysocala.com or call 352-789-6569. Dine in or carry out. For delicious food, the Wise go to Wise Guys Pizzeria.
WOCA.
All right, here we are. We're back at Booster Stadium. Trevante Rucker just with a cramp. And he's still in this. They're still tending to him. They're just stretching it out. I mean, he's played one heck of a football game, Pat. And that could have been picked. And if he picks it, he doesn't. I think he cramped before he could grab it.
Oh, that's one of those.
That's
nobody can
100-yard
return.
win.
That ball was just a jump ball thrown up high in the air. And
But the problem is that's their
we're hoping
biggest
it's just a
weapon.
cramp he's coming off gingerly.
Rucker hasn't done anything tonight. I don't even see him on the field.
They just carted him off.
I'm sorry, Manuel. So we got 3 wideouts in the bottom, 1 to the top. McBride's the running back, 1:43 left to go, and Knight's got to go a long way to score here. Curry drops back. He's under pressure, fires out to the flats. He's got a man. He makes a man miss at the 14 and is brought down at the 18. They got to go quick because he didn't get out of bounds.
He stops the clock to move the chains, though.
Sure does, but he's got to go quick. It's a nice throw there by Curry, who created it. 1:34 left to go. Ball sits at the 18. 3 wideouts to the bottom, 1 to the top. Curry surveys. Now he calls for the snap. Hands it off to McBride. McBride breaks the tackle, and he's brought down short of a first down. And that'll be 2nd down and 9, but the clock rolls.
Good
118.
Good tackle by Dunnelon.
116. Yeah, they got to go quick here. Taking too long. I'm not sure why they made that call. So here we go.
We got time.
Curry's in shotgun. Calls for the snap. They're giving it to McBride again. He breaks another tackle. He gets a first down, but he's somehow stayed in bounds. He's got to get out of bounds there. Now he finally does. After a 6-yard gain, it'll be 2nd down, or 1st and 10 from the 35. But you got to go quick. Once they set the ball,
58 seconds.
once they set the ball, they can go. But he did get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, and now it winds. 57. Curry calls for the snap. He drops back. He's looking, fires, caught, fight. Oh my gosh, Tevin Williams had it in his hands at around midfield and just dropped it. That's his 2nd drop. Clock stops. It'll be 2nd and 10. And he had room to run there, Pat.
Yeah, that could have been the play of the game. I don't know. It almost looked like he caught the ball, made a football move, then dropped it.
Where is Trevante? Trevante Rucker's back out there. Don't know where Momo is. So the clock is stopped. 48 seconds left. Knights trail by 3. Ball sits at their own 38. They got a long way to go, and now Price doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to call a timeout.
Talking about Price Harris, the Dunnelon head coach. So, yeah, that last play is a coulda, woulda, shoulda there.
Well, this is what you played for, right, Pat?
When he caught that ball and turned, there was only 1 man to beat, and he had a blocker with him.
I don't see Momo on the sidelines. I'm kind of shocked. This is a Leonard Manuel moment, right?
I would think.
Everything wide receivers going to the University of Florida. Frazier's has had one heck of a football game on his side of the ball. Now they're going to bring Bryce Langston in. Bryce Langston's a legitimate talent. He can play tight end. He's got great hands.
48 seconds to go.
Ball was at the 39-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. Coach Ty is still coaching his boys up. Coach Farmer's in there.
Dunnelon's been playing somewhat of a prevent defense, trying to keep everything in front of them, trying to not let that big play happen.
Absolutely.
48 seconds. Second down, 10.
Wow, nearly Momo walked off. All right, so here we go. 3 wideouts to the top. Bryce Langston's not in the football game. 3 wideouts to the top. Rucker is all by himself to the bottom. McBride is the running back. 2nd and 10. He's got 2 carries already on this drive, shockingly. Curry drops back, is under pressure, rolls out, fires to the flats, throws to Rucker. Rucker should have gotten out of bounds, but he was held in, and that will, they're going to say he got a first down. Ooh, that was a lucky break there, Pat, because that would have run off 10 or 12
It didn't look like a
seconds.
first down from here, but
Not even close.
Vanguard will take it.
Rucker's got to get out of bounds there. 1st and 10,
40 seconds to go.
44-yard line. They got 50.
You got to get the snap off. They're looking to the side again.
Here we go, 32, 31. Curry drops back. He's under pressure. Flag on the play. He fires over the middle to Savion Harris. I don't know why you'd want to throw it there anyway. Again, you can tell the Knights haven't practiced this a lot. They look discombobulated. Flag on the play.
The quarterback should not be looking to the sideline to change the play.
No, run the play. That's on the offensive coordinator. And that's going to be on Vanguard. It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
25 seconds to go. I'm surprised they don't have him naturally rolling right or left.
He's just under such duress.
Right, he waits for the pressure, and he's actually done a really good job of stepping up and still trying to make a play after that.
But you can't throw it over the middle.
Right.
Not with 25 seconds.
But if he rolls right or left, it might buy enough time to get somebody open.
Well, I tell you what, Dunnelon is letting them, they want him to throw it deep. Frazier's is the deep safety. And Rucker's trying to go one-on-one, but he's getting bracketed. They're doing it again, looking to the sidelines, 2 wide out each way. He drops back, he's under pressure, rolls out to his right. He's looking, fires across the middle to Rucker, who's hit short of the first down.
They
got him a first down. That's got to hurry. They've got to hurry. 16 seconds left.
They got to go 45 yards.
I'm not sure. They got to throw it to the end zone at some point. Hurry. So they're still talking. There he goes. He drops back. He's going to fire over the middle, and that's going to be almost picked off. Not sure what. I think Coach Ty wanted him to ground it. There's a flag on the play. 7 seconds on the clock. Knights trail by 3. There is nobody sitting down in the stands tonight on either side. This will be one of the biggest wins for the Dunnelon Tigers in quite some time, Pat.
This looks like it's the last play of the game here. 7 seconds to go. 5-yard penalty against the Vanguard on this, so it'll be thrown from midfield.
And they're going to go, 1st and 15. 7 seconds left. This is probably the last play of the game. Coach Ty is still coaching. I mean, you can tell they have not practiced a 2-minute offense.
Well, when's the last time they needed it?
Yeah, well,
23-game winning
they have
streak,
a lot
most
of
of them
time.
blowouts.
They have a lot of time. And here he goes. He's taking his time. He's allowed now. A clock is stopped. 3 wideouts to the top. Same defense Dunnelon's played all night. They blitz that linebacker. He gets through. Curry fires. He's got a man deep. It is dropped. 1 second left to go on the play.
Flag on the play or not? No.
No flag.
No flag.
Rucker had it in his hands and couldn't bring it down. And the Dunnelon Tigers have upset the Vanguard Knights. And the Tigers are going crazy. And they are all over the field. Well-deserved win for the Tigers. They dominated this football game, Pat.
Especially early, big plays. They definitely earned it. Vanguard earned the comeback. Just fell short. Defense got gassed on that last series. But what a way to end. That ball was up in the air. That's why I wasn't sure if it was a defensive, pass interference. Game can't end on a defensive flag. So.
Well, it was their first time to go deep all game. Apparently, Leonard Manuel walked off the team at halftime.
Well, Dunnelon's not going to sneak up on anybody else. They got a tough schedule.
Oh, I don't think they snuck up on Vanguard. I just think Vanguard wasn't ready to play.
Not in the first half.
Wow, what a game, Pat.
Great game.
23-20 is our final score.
Right.
Dunnelon did not score in the second half, and they didn't have to because they just controlled the clock. And Vanguard could not overcome the deficit they gave themselves in the first half.
A lot of entertainment here tonight. It's going to be a sweet ride back. to Dunnelon.
Oh, and Vanguard's got some questions to answer. They got next weekend off, but then they got to come back and play.
And we don't know what happened to Manuel, if an injury took him off, or we haven't seen.
My source tells me he just left, but we'll find out more. I'm sure there's more to tell in that story, but what a football game here at Booster Stadium. Tigers win 23-20. And you're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source. We're going to be back to recap it right after this.
Warehouse Wireless is your discount pre-owned cell phone provider, offering affordable phone plans and repairs. Check out their weekly specials every Wednesday for extra savings at warehousewireless.com. Also, while supplies last, get a free phone mount holder for your car when you mention this ad. Visit soon. Warehouse Wireless, 626 South Pine Avenue. warehousewireless.com.
I think about it every day. While I'm stuck in traffic, at the supermarket, even at work. If it weren't for someone in my community who sat down, rolled up their sleeve, and took the time to give blood, I wouldn't be alive today. The Life South blood donor saved my life. Was it you? Patients in your community rely on donors like you to live. Give local, save local. Give blood.
This game is brought to you in part by locally owned and operated Wise Guys Pizzeria in Pearl Britton Plaza, next to Publix. They offer an amazing array of food from pizza, jumbo wings, burgers, homemade soups, salads, and generous pasta dinners. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Check out our menu at www.wiseguysocala.com or call 352-789-6569. Dine in or carry out. For delicious food, the Wise go to Wise Guys Pizzeria.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back to Booster Stadium. I'm Galen Udall, joined with Pat McBride, and the 23-game regular season undefeated streak is over. The Dunnelon Tigers have come into Booster and shocked the Vanguard Knights. And Pat, I'll tell you what, Dunnelon got up front early. They were up 16-0, and then it was bang-bang plays too. And the offense just never could get any momentum.
They played well coached. Everything we expected. I'm talking about, they earned that victory. They got up early on big plays. Things went their way. They took advantage of it, and then they were able to hold off Vanguard's best shot. It looked like the defense, which inspired the offense to get back into the game, kind of got gassed, where Dunnelon had an 8 or 9 minute drive that kind of it didn't give Vanguard enough clock to move the ball. Then a couple miscues at the end. Vanguard's not used to playing from behind.
No, they're not.
So
they're not, and it was evidenced. You could tell the problems that Vanguard has was on full display tonight. The interior offensive line and just wasn't getting it done. And the Tigers early on in that game were running it down Vanguard's throat. Vanguard adjusted on defense, but they couldn't ever get that adjustment right on offense. They just kept spreading the field and hoping their 5 was going to block their 5, and they didn't all night long. Because even that last drive, Dunnelon never changed what they were doing. They had a 3-man line, and the linebackers were just going.
But they still control their own destiny. If Vanguard beats North Marion in a couple weeks, it's another home game. They got a week off. Not quite in, but the rest of the schedule doesn't look like anybody could really challenge them. You are correct.
Well, and then they play Carroll City here, which is going to be a monster game. It's not going to be as big now since Vanguard's got that loss tonight, but...
Hey, this adversity shows character.
And they haven't had any in the regular season. I mean, when you look back...
They've only had playoff ending.
It's hard for me to remember when they were trailing deep in a game.
And they've just handled everybody. Even if they've had slow starts, played sloppy, things still usually went their way. They're still an excellent football team, but hats off. Congratulations to the Dunnelon Tigers coming in here. They were
4-0 Dunnelon Tigers.
I mean, we thought their schedule was a little soft coming in. Even if it was, they were ready. They were coached. They were ready. And they hit big play after big play. Not just the 80-yard drive, but twice on 4th down when they needed more than 5 yards. That slant worked. Wow.
Trent Townsend's a stud. Frazier's is a stud. And
But
hats off to
did you
Price
possibly
Harris.
see Curry grow up in front of our eyes tonight, where he didn't look comfortable whatsoever in the first half. Second half, he started moving around the pocket, started making some plays.
It's hard to say, honestly. I think what's got to change, Vanguard needs to look in the mirror and say, what do we do well and what do we not? They cannot block.
Did the offensive line play better in the second half?
They never made a change.
Because Vanguard was moving the ball better?
They moved and put in a tight end, and then they took him out, and then it was just a jailbreak.
I was surprised they didn't go over the middle more, especially
Play calling
with
wasn't
Emmanuel.
good.
As big as he is,
Andrew didn't play the second half.
and I don't care who's covering him. I don't care if it's Frazier covering him. He's going to a D1 school too.
I don't know what happened to Emmanuel. I'm told he left the building, but he didn't play in the second half.
I think he played, but I think he left sometime in the second half.
So I don't
know if
remember
it was an
calling his
injury, if
name.
he was upset about not getting balls thrown to him.
I could tell you this. There's a lot of questions.
Might have been the helmet.
That's right. He is a wide receiver. There are a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I'm not sure if this offensive staff has the answers.
Sure they do. Sure they've all got so much football under.
They got to change.
These kind of moments are, what makes or breaks you. To me as a coach, I would look forward to it. It's been not easy, but in some ways easy. They've owned this whole area the last 3 years.
It's time to find out who you are.
They weren't expecting to get punched in the mouth that fast on a pick six on an 80-yard score pass. You know
what? That play, it happens, right? But then the Tigers, the Knights came out. Exactly, they could play free.
They play with these guys.
And then the Knights went 3 and out and looked terrible. And then the Tigers got the ball back and ran it right down their throats and was 16-0.
But you got to give the Knights credit where they were down big time at halftime.
23-6.
And overall, they owned the second half except for that one drive.
They were able to score 2 touchdowns in the second half.
Talking about a game of inches. From up here, it looked like he was stopped and they got a favorable spot. But, hey, that's what happens in football.
They missed an extra point and they went for 2. Ball game.
Yes.
That's the ball game right there. Special teams continues to haunt this Knight team. They've got to solve that. They got to figure that out. And I don't even like the play call they called on the second one. So,
but totally entertaining game. The crowd was in both sides, and I'm happy for Dunnelon where they went deep in the playoffs last year. North Marion went deep in the playoffs. Vanguard went deep in the playoffs, and they're still the 3 best teams in this county.
Yeah, well,
and they're all in the same district, and they're all going to see each other. And how about North Marion's got to play Vanguard and Dunnelon back to back?
Yeah, well, and there's a bye week in there for Vanguard. Thank goodness. That would have been a tough game to bounce back from for
and Larry Frucco, Mr. Vanguard football, said it hurt us not having that game last week against Saddlewood. That week off.
Well,
and the 23 game, players start buying into their press.
Yeah.
But no, they're both excellent teams, great coaching both sides, and it's just not a shame somebody had to lose.
Is this the biggest win in Price Harris's tenure?
Price Harris, yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Price Harris. Dunnelon's had some great teams over here with Kennedy, back-to-back state titles. 3 guys were going to UF. They had Ernie Mills in the 90s. So, I mean, they love football out there. Football and sweet potato pie. Go fishing off the Withlacoochee. Come on.
Well, they crossed the river, came to Booster, and handed the Knights, number 2 team in the state, a loss.
Yes.
Big time win for Dunnelon.
And very entertaining. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Milton's hard to believe.
Maybe both of us. We've been talking about it.
I want to thank Dan back in the studio for all the support. And, again, thank you for listening to high school football right here on WOCA. I want to thank Verizon, Warehouse Wireless for your support, and Wise Guys Pizza. For Pat McBride, I'm Galen Unold. You've been listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Stay safe.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
On the first first and third Wednesday mornings of each month at 9:05, Robert Colin will be with us from On Top of the World, Ocala's premier active adult community. Be sure to listen and be sure to call in. Speak with Robert to learn about all the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will have guests, and we're sure you will enjoy our little chats. You deserve the world, and we bring it to you. So be sure to tune in on the first and third Wednesdays of each month right here on The Source, WOCA.
Attention WOCA listeners. Do you or someone you know have an outgoing personality with great organizational skills? Well, WOCA is looking for a few good people to join our marketing reps team. You get to meet other great people and business leaders in our community. WOCA Radio offers flexible schedules, great income potential, and some really great fringe benefits, too. So if you enjoy talking to people and getting paid to do it, this may be the right choice for you. Apply within or send your resumes to careers@WOCA.com. Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
I'm Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
I'm a little upset with President Trump for jumping on this vape regulation bandwagon. Greg, don't you know that children are vaping? Yes, I know that some underage people are vaping, just like some underage people are drinking beer and drinking hard liquor and doing drugs. I understand that that's going on. I don't want it to go on. But is the answer banning flavored vape products for everyone? And by the way, I don't vape. I'm just talking about this thing called freedom and trying not to regulate things out of existence that just end up being a bigger black market. Oh, and the fact that there is evidence that hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have quit smoking tobacco into their lungs to vape instead. I'm not saying vape is absolutely safe. I'm just saying it's, according to the studies, safer than smoking. But no. We've got some parents in the suburbs that are upset that some high schoolers are vaping, so therefore we've got to ban the flavored products of vaping that will, of course, just lead to a black market with less regulated, more dangerous flavors. You'd think we'd learn, wouldn't you? I mean, we had this thing called prohibition. We saw what that did. We've had the thing with illegal drugs. We've seen what that did. Oh, and some of the very same people that are so upset about the vaping are the same people that are legalizing marijuana. I mean, it's just... Okay. All right. Sounds perfect. Let's get into what was going on with the Democratic